Yo, 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 what's going on? Alright, hit stop recording, but not stop streaming. I don't know if that's going to do anything, but we'll see. Okay, I need to adjust my monitor. Can't read y'all's messages. Oh, there we go. Awesome. What's up, Kevo? What's up, Jack? Jimmy, how you doing? Alexis, good to see you. Tobias, Sandaller. Michael O. SK, good to see you, SK. Sinful, what's going on, Sinful? Good luck at the Mets game. Hope you're lit as ever. What's up, Adam? What's up, Dr. J? What's up, Andrew? This is Andrew in chat, right? Andrew90 or something like that. What's up, everybody? Glad to be here. I'm kind of hyped to try out this new stream time, honestly. Lunchtime to close. I think that's kind of cool. Because there's always a lot of people who do the early morning session, but it's like, no shit, you know, that like everybody's going to stream then because it's very active, of course. But not every day is it going to be very active in the morning. So I think I'd like to try this out more. Plus, this allows me to do a Saturday event with the Lifetime guys every week, which I want to start to do. I really want to get that going where every single Saturday it's just kind of a felt, known thing, like we're going to be streaming. I don't really know how long or what duration, but that would be fun. And we're just going to be charting anything and everything. No real set goal or anything in mind, just going at it. Which that is Lifetime only, so make sure you guys are here if you are Lifetime in the Discord. I would love to help you out, love to go over things. Or just go over things, it doesn't have to be about helping anything out. Well, welcome, guys. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Be sure to drop a like on today's stream. Be sure to share this stream link around if you know traders who aren't really in a group or just don't really have anybody to watch or whatever. Just send them the link. I'm not really an aggressive guy, so it's fine. Also, only honestly share the link to people who are worth it. We don't need people in here who are just gonna yap or go over things that don't need to be, you know, reviewed. I don't really care about what, you know, VWAP is doing if I'm not trading off of VWAP, you know, and vice versa. I don't expect someone to trade off of pre-markets in previous days and just levels in general if that's what they're not used to. I don't expect them to trade like that. That's fine. Don't ever pressure someone to do something that they're not used to doing, really. And that's honestly how you gotta treat people in the market. Don't try to act like you know everything. Don't try to act like they know nothing, you know. Treat everybody with respect. We trade off of VIX here. You preach, dog, preach. What is up, VC? What's up, Prop? Good to see you, Prop. King Carnage, good to see you. Okay, you are the Andrew. Bet. What's up, Bushi? What's up, Tobias? He said VIX at 21, 30 points from all-time high. Hey, I'm not even looking. I'm not even going to feed the entertainment there. What is the stream time for Saturday? That's a good question. I already forgot it. I'm the one who planned it. I posted at... I said I will be hosting a Saturday charting session, Lifetime only, 3 p.m. Central Standard, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard, so... kind of in the afternoon time of Saturday. I think I placed it that way because I know how everybody is on Saturdays in my chat, at least. I know a lot of people in my chat are either sleeping in or they're working. It's almost one of the two. It's almost never anything else. So I don't think a lot of people in my group, at the very least, will be here in the early part of the day or even up to lunchtime. So I'm going to do it a little bit after lunchtime and kind of give people time to relax, get everything done during the day, and then jump into stream if they want. I'm also trying, I want to go to just do it natural and just kind of have fun with the stream too, but I don't want to sit there and have a 4-hour stream on Saturday, because then think about the replayability. You know, it's going to be insanely impossible for someone who actually cares about growing to go and watch that. It's 4 hours long. I'm not going to sit here and be like, if you actually care, you should go through all 4 hours and 16 minutes. You know, that's just like unrealistic, and I think a lot of people kind of stick to their guns on that one. I'm not going to. So we're not going to have a 4-hour stream, hopefully, but should be decent. I don't know. I think we'll just chart and we'll go over whatever anyone wants to go over. I'm going to try not to go over things that we don't really cover either. You know, if someone's like asking about Bollinger Bands, I'm going to have to tell them that I'm not going over it. But that's it. I'll be there around 2:30, 3:45 West Coast. Awesome, awesome. I'll be here. I got pegged by that green candle, but we greenish on the day. Oh, I'm assuming you mean this one? This one right here? This is the most greenish looking candle on my screen right now. Which, you know, I only posted SPY levels. I didn't really post a plan on SPY today because I really wanted everyone to look at Nvidia and Amazon today. And honestly, if you read my 2-a-day review, breakdown, number 5, I think, Nvidia and AMD were actually my favorite two for anybody to watch today, which AMD didn't really do anything special, but they did, I mean, they traded levels to the T. They did everything they could. They just didn't really give a profitable move, and that's fine. We're okay with that. Nvidia, though. Nvidia did both. Nvidia gave, one, respect to the levels. It did everything it could to show you clear signs of where it wants to possibly go, you know, before it does it. And then 2, it actually gave you a profitable move. It actually made it to 133s. The only thing in my 2-a-day post, I'll even read it word for word. Whoops, that's not right. Where's my Discord tab? There it is. Wait. Oh, it's not on the right screen. I'm like, what is going on? Alright, hold up. I'm just going to read it. Nvidia is inside of a supply, blah, 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 blah. I just want to get to the game plan. Alright. Bulls over 129.60 and 130.64 towards the top of that supply area, and the 131.88 at 133.74 levels we have from TA routine. A hold of 127.75 is also a good sign of buyers want to take price back up towards the previous day high area, so which we had already started up here. But seeing a hold of 129.61, no breakdown to this at all. Just ended up holding on to pretty much the previous day highs, and we have a bigger time frame level here. Also, a thing that I've been pushing in these reviews a lot is the visuals. You know, I mean, if you just were looking at the first... Here, let's just do this. If you were looking at the first... I don't want to show that green candle, damn it. Oh, wait. I forgot. That button exists. So if you were looking at this chart, right, and from open to the first 30 minutes, right, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, yeah, 30, okay. What would you say this chart is, bullish or bearish? I feel like a lot of people instantly out the gate will be like, oh, it's bearish, it's rejecting resistance. Okay, but what else is it doing, though? Just look at the candles, one for one. I'm talking from this one to this one. What are you actually seeing? Like, yeah, they're rejecting. I'm not going to argue with you there. But what are they doing more? They're holding an area and another level, all with wicks, multiple wicks, whereas this is just one level, right? So it's not really bullish or bearish, but I'd say inside of this zone, you definitely look a lot more bullish. Let's not just look at the wicks. Let's look at the candles. So we have an open here. They're holding the open. The last candle's a little bit of a higher low holding this, like, you know, what if you want to call this the higher low, fine. But just nice to see another hammer pop up after. It's almost like reinforcing that confidence. So within the first 30 minutes, this is looking a lot more bullish than bearish without it even breaking yet. Which, you should not be jumping the gun on this. I'm not saying jump the gun, get into calls before this even breaks. Just guess. No, do not do that. But it should definitely apply some bullish pressure in your head. Where you're like, okay, this is definitely trying to go up. We just really need that break. And then you get the break. And then they go head towards 133. This was the main move that I wanted everyone to be looking at today, because I just really wanted to see it go back above the previous day high. Which it could also not be over. We still have a little bit more in the day. And then AMD, so this is a little different. This was also looking for kind of a pop of that previous day high into that next area. And this also worked, but this would have been damn near impossible to catch on a trade. So I'm not going to, you know, sit here and explain how you should have caught this and how you shouldn't have. Also, if you did catch a trade off this, you're insane, but I, again, don't see how you would have seen that viable beforehand. That would have been guessing game. And then the other chart we actually went over pretty in-depth was Amazon, which they've also not done much, but that's because they've been doing a lot recently. And then Microsoft, which I've been having a lot of fun with Microsoft. If you guys have been watching this, we've just been doing basic fibs on this chart back to back to back to back to back. Today I did not add it to the list. But I will probably re-add it again tomorrow or the day after. Coin's another one I've been adding a lot. Definitely look at this a lot. It's been trading with the levels very well. Yesterday was a big day for them. A couple days before that as well. You can see they actually had, this was actually the first day I added them to the 2-a-days. They had a huge drop that day, and then they had a couple range days, which is totally fine. But this allows us to kind of trade off of this range. We can see yesterday they did try to open outside of it and tried to close outside of it. They ended up holding this where it looked like bulls were still in a little bit of control there. You can see today they've lost every bit of that. So now, and in the 2-day review yesterday, I went over this as well. I said, if we end up holding this like we are here, this is a bullish chart. We ended up giving up that area. So this is probably bearish now. We're probably going to hit what it should do based on theory. It should break 164.49 this week and head down towards here again. And we should get a day like this where it's just really indecisive, really ugly, but it's holding that zone again. So that's what we should get over time if 164.49 breaks. If that does not break, then I'm assuming we are going to be holding, and we're probably going to be retesting this resistance for a possible breakout upwards again. So I probably will have to mark this out. And sorry if I'm yapping, I'm just trying to go over my thought process, because these are a bunch of charts I have been posting very regularly recently. So I'm just trying to go over them before we move on to just SPY for a bit. Y'all killed it with Palantir. That was a Daffy play. I guess that's it. Alright, so what chat's saying now. I just had to go over that before we started just focusing on SPY for the most part. Lost 30% while my stop loss is at break even. Then bought a call. Wait, what? Then bought a call on the take back, and then we got a new high that printed. A Diddy candlestick, Jesus. Leland, member for 17 months. Aloha, what's up, SF? How you doing? Sinful said the goat. Full port calls, got it, done. What's up, Jack? How you doing? Bears is 5 points all you got. I don't understand how weak the 41 rejection is behaving. 41 rejection. You talking about Vic still? Does he do live alerts on stream or no? Dude, literally. What's up, Ryan? Don't look at my levels because I don't know if these are fair to look at yet. No, these are not. I have not had this charted since this day. So we'll remove that. And we'll fix it. Done. And then I need to add something in between here. I don't normally do this, but I'm going to. Five-day, 5-minute. Oh, it works out perfect, actually. There. We're actually inside of the previous day high supply of SPX. So this is actually pretty normal that you're getting a lot of range trading here. But look at the structure that you're getting. Low, higher low, higher low, high, lower high, lower high. So we're in a bit of a squeeze as we're trying to hold on to this. And I don't know, I'd say this is like 55-45, 60-40. You know, it's not that much more bullish than it is bearish, but it is by, you know, just that much, just because price is holding above. Got to give it that respect. And previous day low demand is way down here, so that didn't even get touched. And I know Leland's like, dude, mark that fib, so I'm gonna go mark that fib real quick. If I go from previous day close, and this is honestly something you should be doing every day, you see any higher open or lower open, this is like the easiest, most effective thing you could do, is going from the previous day close with the Fibonacci retracement tool, and then go up to the next day's open. So today's open, right? And that would be right here. Then they fell a little bit, then they dropped a little bit, and they held, and they retook. And if you want to, you can copy the settings of this fib. All I have extra added onto, I only have the outside of the golden pocket, which most people do not do that. They add the 618 and 65, which I just add the full extent of it. The halfway point. I don't look at the other crap. And then we look at the Leland extensions. I like to call them that because he is the person who kind of inspired that being on our charts a lot more. And it's really easy thinking once you start to look at them more. But just think of these Fibonacci extensions. Don't even look at the numbers. It'll just confuse the hell out of you. They are just extra targets. That's it. So anything outside of our fib, they can be used as targets. If we don't have levels, if we don't have anything else there, if you don't care to, right, you could delete your entire chart and just use that fib, right, and then focus on just that, whatever the Fibonacci extension is, you know, that's your target, right? And it's funny too, because look how it's lining up right now. The 100% right now is actually where we're kind of struggling. It's not even this supply yet. So pretty interesting. And I don't like to leave it on my chart too long. I try to take it off and kind of just focus on the levels later on in the day. Because if you leave this on, then you're just leaving too much on, in my opinion. But you should do it to see what is there. Does it actually care about today's fib? So, just important. You should definitely add that every day. If you see, again, the rule behind that, you have to see a higher open or a lower open. It has to be higher or lower. It can't just be a flat open, because then there's no fib to grab. Pretty cool though. I haven't done it, and maybe it's worth a try, but it'd be worth a try just an account on just that strat and see just how effective it really is. Like, we always sit here and be like, oh, it's so effective and it has a lot of opportunity. It does, but I don't know if any of us have actually back tested how effective. But it'd be funny to see someone just trade those fibs, because that is a very, very effective area. Let's review the Apple trade we did with Daffy. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, we can do that. 1 second. I need a sip of water. That's one thing I forgot about streaming, man. You gotta have a water right by you, or something. In the moment, you know, when you're just talking about things, you don't think about it. But, man, right after I'm done talking, I'm like, man, my voice is going out. I just be yapping too much. Let's go to Apple, though. Oh, I know why. I like this trade a lot, actually. Oh, this isn't the right chart to look at. Oh, neither's that one. Okay, we'll just do a new one. Sorry, I'm having like all kinds of messed up things with my charts right now because of the 2-a-days. Like, all my default charts are where I'm basically recharting it every single day, regardless of what it is, just to make sure the information is strong, or I feel like the information is still relevant, right? So I rechart every single 2-a-day post that day, right there before I post it. So I try to leave all my defaults for that. And then swing, of course, you could do some bigger time frame charting. And then TA routine, where I name it DT sometimes, or I'll just name it some random group of lettering. That's probably normally my day trade chart, where I'm just adding the TA routine. I just want the raw TA routine. I don't want anything else on it. So emerging candles, halfway points, the all-time high, pre-markets, previous day levels. That's all that gets added onto this chart. And most of the time I just leave TA routine, and I kind of visualize where the other levels are, so I don't have to redraw them all the time. And then I can type out whatever watch list I need, or whatever, you know, whatever I'm looking at. But let's go back to this chart, and let's chart it again, and then we will talk about the swing so far. Are you still in, Andrew? After that, whatever happened yesterday? Oh, you are? Okay. So you actually want to know what's up, and you're still in it. Okay, Okay, well, I'll try not to come off as too bearish or bullish then. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm going to be honest. But right now, I'm just grabbing emerging candles on the monthly time frame. I just want some super easy levels to look at really quick. And then if I want to, I can edit that. I always extend them to the left, because if you leave them like that, it's kind of hard to look at a little bit. There we go. That's a little easier. I can see we got all-time high right here. From the all-time high, we have a little bit of a lower high trend. I'm not marking it all the way to over here, because it's not my... I'm not drawing this to trade off of this, right? I'm just drawing this as a visual of like, oh, okay, yeah, we have clear lower highs against this all-time high, against this, you know, whatever you want to call this. You could even call this a supply, you know, without even drawing it correctly, which that's not drawn correctly, but just drawing it from common interest, getting rejected multiple times, the angle of that rejection. But I'd say this last time's a little different. It's more of a double top, so still a rejection, but I think what Daffy liked here was this candle, was it not? It was the hammer, which I still like this a lot too. I could see why you would still like it, and now I like it a little bit more because this closed below, and the fact that we didn't just dump today is pretty crazy. After closing under a monthly time frame level, that's actually super significant. You can see even right here, right? Even just this little subtle of a close under brought it down, right? And they did wick it up, they did bring it back up, but every time they seem to close under this level, they have some a few days have to go by before they're back above it, right? You can see back here they fell under it, a few days went by. Fell back under it, very indecisive for a while. Fell back under it, already back above it again. So I'd say as long as you see the hold of a 222, your bulls still have a chance of working into this supply and kind of inching more above it than rejecting it, like right here. But I'd say 222 is very, very key for this chart to try and move up more. And that's just off the rip, we can already see that. If you have... Oh, only one con. Okay. Alright, I'm not as scared anymore then. Also, just to kind of add in the other strat. If you want to add all your EMAs, you can. I'm not going to show the 1 or 200. That's just, like, crazy. The 9, the 21, I believe, and the 55. I can't remember my own EMAs anymore. But either way, you can see we were actually holding it very well, which this is a very... You know, I'm not going to show all that because then it looks kind of hard to look at. But you can see it fell... Retook the 9 EMA perfectly, actually. It looks like it closed right on it. So this was actually a decent candle. Next day, very unfortunate. Hitting 55. Now we're under the 9 and 21 combo. So you got some pressure on both sides of this, I'd say. Which we can see 222. We can also line it up with our 55 EMA. And you can see the 9 and the 21 right above it are definitely showing us, okay, there is some pressure here. If we don't get a close above this, it could definitely come down. So... But that's my breakdown. Also, I don't use EMAs for smaller time frames. I really don't recommend it. It's just too much to look at, in my opinion. But if you're someone who does, more power to you. I'm not hating on it. I can just, for some reason, I can only look at that stuff on the daily time frame. I think it's just because of the amount of hours that I've looked at it on that time frame, but it's pretty crazy. And yeah, guys, this is looking pretty ugly for bulls, honestly. You got a lower high here. You got a rejection of the kind of area that we're basing at right here. If we get another break in rejection under 571.30, I would say that's a pretty strong answer for bears to kind of send this back down to 570.60. Which, what even is this? I know these are the new levels, but where do I have this drawn from? Oh, never mind. I know what this is. So this doesn't have to actually be here still. But I left this here because there was a while where we were kind of just sitting in between this and we'd get out of it and then we'd come right back into it the next day. So I just kind of left it. Basically telling me if we're above this, we should go up, you know. Which did happen. We got back above it. One good move into 571.30. They came back down. They held the top of the zone, which is a great sign. I like to see that because it's actually a clear visual that, yes, the bulls are present. And, yes, they did send it all the way up into that recent high where we are now currently struggling. So... we'll probably be deleting this level today, and this new high will be our new problem. And then we'll probably edit this area, or leave it for another couple days. I'll probably leave it, just because of how many days it's already been used. Which, normally I do not do that. Normally I delete it, and I focus on the next day. But I had to leave that one because of how much information was stored up inside of it. If that makes sense. But let's see. Still above a bullish area, so even if they did pull back all the way, it's really not the end of the world yet. If you're looking for like the big red candles, you really aren't going to see them until we're back under this area and probably under today's lows. So I would keep today's lows marked as an area of caution. If we break 569.50, it's probably not a good sign. Short term, again, as an intraday trader. But we got a little bit of room here. Head and shit your pants pattern forming. Where is that meme at? Somebody needs to repost that. It's from a long time ago. But it's basically showing all the chart patterns. Oh, Leland, I went over that in stream as well. I'm just reading Discord chat too, making sure I caught up to everybody. As of recent, I've been noticing a lot of gap ups, gap downs this recent trend, or am I just becoming aware on SPY? Nah, it's pretty normal. I can't type the word global, apparently. Damn, Leland. how did you find this so fast? He must have it as his wallpaper. Huge move down on SPY, by the way. We did see the drop under 571.30. I gotta see this on the 1 minute. Ugh, that's ugly. Let's see here, though. Oh, you have it saved on your desktop. You're insane. You were here when I went over your fib extensions in the stream, right? I just wanted to make sure, because I was pretty excited when I was going over that. Okay, yeah, this is pretty funny. Hold up, I'm gonna show this in stream while we watch it. Where's the head and shit? Oh, here it is. The head and shit my pants. Puts you just averaging in all day and then it going sideways end of day. Bullish pennant long. Huh. Okay then. Fuck. Bearish mac and cheese wedge. Bullish constipation. I'm not reading that one. I'm not reading that one. Okay, I'm not reading most of these, but yeah, you get the point. Pretty funny though, because I mean, it really is like, this is so realistic, because everybody always posts, oh, this is going to work out. It's totally going to just fly to the moon for you. You're going to be Bill Gates rich after this pattern shows on your chart. You know, and then it realistically does go up. It rejects. I mean, this could have been drawn a little bit better, but that's accurate too, because normally when they do fall, it does break that recent high to give the idea of, yes, we're bullish, euphoric highs, buy, 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 right? But then they break back under, and that's why we call it the 90% entry, because of that amount of energy that's put into it. But huge drop. You can see that on multiple charts too. It's kind of funny how it's drawn out, even on a meme. And on the 1 minute, we are definitely testing the... I think I'm going to try to get used to the 2 minute more, but I'll stick to the 1 for now. But we are holding the zone that we were kind of saying that we need to either hold to be bullish or break to be bearish short term, so... Alright, let's see what you guys are saying in here. I have it saved on my desktop, got me. I missed it. I was outside with the dogs. Alright, well just know that I went over that shit. And people here are witnesses. I just wanted you to know. I had a whole little bit for it too, because I really do believe if you really just focus on overnight gaps and just that fib, like you'll probably have a lot more opportunity in trading, but also more clear opportunity. I feel like a lot of you guys get into that problem too, where you're just trying to trade, you know, you don't really care. But then you start to realize like, oh wow, why am I only good at these trades or that trades, right? And I feel like I'm that way too. I'm not trying to like bully y'all or anything. And I think it really just becomes clear, like, you just need to aim for clear opportunity, not for every opportunity, if that makes sense. Like, just because you see a level break doesn't mean you need to be trading it, right? You should really only be jumping into the trades that are really just pushing you into it. I'm talking about there's like 3 or 4 things screaming at you, hey, idiot, get into calls, it's bullish here as long as we're holding this. You know, like, you should know this by now. You've been going over this stuff for a while. You probably have that feeling. It's called intuition. So if that intuition is screaming at you, please listen to it. But then, when you're in the trade, I want you to turn that effort off. I want you to turn him down to 0 while you're in a trade. Do not listen to that crap. Just focus on what's on your chart. Because your intuition as you're in a trade will instantly turn into a demon telling you to do wrong things. Keep holding, go for 100%. You can totally do it. It's got the power to do it. You know what you're looking at. So don't trick yourself. Just stick to the system. Stick to being realistic, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yes, Jason, that is. Big brain on Jason here. When I was discussing the 90%, yes, that is exactly what that is. I mean, you could say market manipulation, but it isn't. You know, it's manipulation, but not in the sense of, like, in a bad way. Like, you really do need 90% entries for the market to thrive. You really do need people to have random gap downs and gap ups. That stuff exists for a reason. Some people will be like, oh, it's random luck, or it's, you know, this. But a lot of these are good market mechanics that keep the market going. You hesitated on this? Tough. What were you hesitating on? Buying 570.60 or shorting towards it? All bulls back down to supply and demand. Exactly. Supply and demand. It's kind of weird how that always pops back up. Because we know when you first hear those words, you're like, oh, zones. And then you're like, oh, wait, hold up. There's a lot more going on here. Shorting? Oh, okay, fair enough. Just a fun question. What time frame do all of you trade on when you're day trading or scalping? What time frames are you focused on? Because I post my reviews and stuff on the 5-minute to give you the most clear visual of good trading opportunity. But of course, if you're on the 1 or the 2-minute, you know, you're going to hear conflicting views from me where I'm saying like, oh, well, this wasn't a good enough move to get to here. But if you're on the 1 or 2-minute, I understand why you would be like, oh, hold up, that was very profitable. Actually, I killed that trade. You know, so just make sure you guys understand where I'm coming from when I say these things. I don't want anybody to get, you know, pissed off that I went over a certain trade and said it was stupid. But that's because I'm talking about it on the 5-minute. You know, it's a different trade. Shorting. Oh wait, I already read that. 5-minute, 1-minute. Leland said monthly. I can't trade the 1-minute. I'd shit my pants. I mean, you got to think about it. It's honestly just time. Like as you put more time into the other time frames. If you have ever tried to trade on the 1-minute, probably in the past it was very quick and rapid, but if you just stick to doing the same rules on the 1-minute as you would the 5-minute, it works out. It's just a lot quicker, so I understand that. It is a lot faster. You know, on the 5-minute, it feels... I feel like, too, once you start trading the 1 or the 2-minute, you start to realize just how slow the 5-minute really is, because people really think the 5-minute's like a fast time frame, which is why I use it. It's not. It's a great time frame. It's not slow. It's not fast. Gives you a lot of time to make your decision. Gives you a lot of time to understand what patience really is. The 2-minute, that's good. The yearly. God. Just trading off the yearly, you'd be focused on this number on the right. You wouldn't even be looking at the chart. This would be what you're doing. I don't even have a yearly chart. I don't even look at the yearly. Because you guys are crazy. Hold up, we'll do this. Oh, whoops. Year. Yeah, if you were day trading this on the yearly, you'd be looking at this. I'm sorry. You wouldn't even be looking at the candle. You'd be like, hold up, hold up. I'm buying puts right here, guys. That's insane. I'm zooming in again. It looks like we are getting a little bit of a bearish retest under 571.30, which again, this is kind of what I displayed. I wasn't saying watch for that drop here, but it's a good sign of life that bears are present. So if you see a rejection of this, it's a good sign that we could probably see a break under this next level, which I'm happy to see. Even though I haven't been drawing them traditionally, they're still working out perfectly. He said, wait, you guys trade in minutes? He's trading to 15-second. God, that would actually be a perfect way to get a heart attack. Make sure to share the link around, guys, and drop a like on today's stream to help the stream kind of get some viewership again. But thank you guys again for being here. And if you guys have any questions or comments or anything you just want to share, go ahead and post it. I'm also checking the Discord because I know YouTube doesn't allow you to post images because YouTube's weird. We're in 2024 and we still can't post images in YouTube chat. Real quick, guys, is the music too loud or too quiet, or is it fine? I haven't done this in a bit, so I just wanted to make sure. You guys use charts? I just close my eyes and become one with the markets. Jeez. You're like a Jedi. You just put your hand on your monitor screen. You're like, yep, we're going up. Only when VIX is over 14, though. My Neuralink. Oh, that'd be a crazy way to trade, honestly. You're just like sitting back in your chair, your bed or something. You're looking at your screen from across the room trading. You're not even at your screen. You're at your like desk trading. Now that'd be wild. Alright, we'll ask y'all what time frame do y'all trade on. What time frame do y'all like to look at for swings, or do you swing? I guess I should ask that first. Does anybody in here swing trade? Does anybody here like to do trades where you buy them one day and sell them another? And if so, what is your favorite swing trading ticker? The term mental stop loss would be real. Oh yeah, it would. No, stop out there. Yep. You'd probably be super disciplined because you could just auto set an order to go off right there. You know, of course, with your brain power. Damn. And people were scared of Neuralink. Look what it could do for us. Honestly, I thought it was a troll that Neuralink got to play Civilization Revolution before it did anything else. I just thought that was a troll. Like, no way they put it into somebody and that was... In the first 24 hours, he tries it out on Civ. Like, no way. Bro could have done anything. Poot. Oh yeah, poot. We don't say put. What am I saying? It's poot. Guys, YouTube's doing it to me and I'm the one streaming it, but make sure you guys click the live button. Click the live button at the bottom of your screen. If you do not have a red dot next to live, you're not live. I'm only saying this because I just saw it. It just did it to me. So I know it's doing it to some of you if it's doing it to me. And that it's just something YouTube does. I have no clue why. I never experience these problems when I'm watching YouTube stream, but for some reason when I stream, we see this. Japanese background music was nice too. I can change it if you want. I was kind of feeling the Japanese vibes too. Every time I look up this stuff, there's like these like sad Bart edits. Is it playing the music? If it's not playing the music, let me know. I'm gonna retype make sure to be live because y'all might not hear that for a minute. Jimmy's channel, you put X. What are you answering? Or what did I ask? For X? Either way. Let me check out SPX actually. It's just more clear to look at than SPY right now. I don't know why. I don't really know or care. I'm just happy that it looks nice. Oh yeah, this is the chart I went over it on. It wasn't even on SPY. I did it on SPX as well. You'd been proud of me, dude. Damn, Nvidia is actually holding up pretty well with how everything's like kind of just holding or pulling back. Look, they're even going up right now. Which is insane, because look at SMCI. Bro, this thing fell hard. I just realized this thing's under $50 a share. That's crazy. It wasn't even that long ago that this happened. This literally felt like it just happened. The whole SMCI hype, the semiconductor rallies, you know, AMD, Nvidia, SMCI. There's more than those, of course. Yeah, even Intel had fun. Costco's still up here too. I'm not really surprised by that one though. When I think of Costco, I think of the Hulk, because this thing literally is the Hulk. Like, I don't know anything that could take this thing out. The only thing that could take out Costco is Costco. They would have to literally shoot themselves in the foot. I don't see what could hurt this company now. They went through probably some of the hardest global economic times in a long time, and they had no problem. No problem. Ouch, Adobe. Whoa. Damn, that'd have been nice to have been on, but that's a wild move. I did see McDonald's recover while I was away. Which, I remember the last time I went over this, I was like, man, I really hope we get a 90% entry down here. That was at 245 and we're back at 300. This thing is just such a beast. And that wasn't even that long ago. That really wasn't that long. Home Depot's killing it, per usual. Solar stocks are still ranging towards the bottom of their charts. Not really surprised on that one either. Which I don't really care about tan. The only solar stock I actually care about looking at is... Where's she at? Not First Solar. I don't care about Canadian Solar. Where are you at? Here you are. EMPH. This one moves a lot, and the chain actually has volume. Whereas the other solar stocks, it's not as... How should I put that? It's not as, like, profitable when you jump into a trade. So, getting into EMPH, it actually has movement in the contracts themselves. Coin, too. I don't want to give up on coin. Not really moving too much yet, but it's definitely going to be soon once Bitcoin settles again. Which, again, I don't really care about cryptocurrency, but you got to look at Bitcoin if you want to trade coin. Honestly, Energy Transfer looks like it's about to send it through the moon again. It's just got that kind of like bouncing, warping effect to it where it looks like it's just going to send it through the sky right there. Impressive bounce by Delta. Where's Boeing at? Okay, I'm recharting this. I'm actually going to do something different this time. I'm going to mark this, but I want to mark it on the daily. So just marking it there to kind of get an idea of where I'm at. So now I know it's this candle. So this is the daily supply of that big resistance we saw. I'm going to add it to 2025 just so I don't have to edit it for a while. And that is really the big area that Boeing is focused on now. So if you want to, you can go back to here, the original, you know, spot of the chart where this actually struggled, and you could focus on just this. You know, you could say, oh, well, they made a little bit of a base here, you know, kind of towards the beginning of this, exiting this area. Then they made their moves, and then they kind of had another one here, and then they fell more, you know, and you could just leave that mark just like that, just have that level of thinking, nothing super special there. It's a little hard to navigate the chart because Boeing has a lot of price history, and you can go back and look. You know, this is actually where they held when they rejected, so you could have confidence in looking for a lower move. You know what to expect if this does exit again, and vice versa to the upside. If it ends up retaking, you could look above this and see, all right, what else? By that point, though, I think I'll just probably look at what's right here. I would definitely say this is pretty important. The fact that the first candle up, this is where it rejects already, and then since then they couldn't get back above it. So 164.60 is a pretty important area, and then we have this gap instantly in our face. So pretty strong info for this chart very close by. You could even just ignore this level, just focus on fib extensions, whatever you want to do. I'll probably leave it like that. But Boeing's going to be interesting soon too, just because of the historic point on their chart that they're testing. And it's kind of funny too, because if you look at other airlines, they are all over the place. Some of them are up and back up on their highs. Some of them are up and kind of just halfway up to their highs. Some of them are just sitting where Boeing is right now. So airlines are kind of just everywhere right now. But I like to look at Boeing and Delta and American Airlines, but I like to trade Delta and Boeing. Delta actually has a really good contract, positioning. You get into a trade, you don't have to worry about it not moving or not being able to sell it. There is going to be someone there to buy it most of the time. Lines up with the previous day high again too. What was the comment you said yesterday that made me laugh? I gotta look again. It was pretty much the same. Pretty much the same comment. Who was it yesterday asking for the Candlestick Handbook? Did they end up downloading it? I just wanted to make sure they got it. I don't even remember who it was. It wasn't Andrew. It was someone else. I can't find your message with them, but it was something very similar to that. You were like, oh, it's funny how it lines up with previous day high, too. Also, if you guys are in the Lifetime group, make sure to check out those channels in there. There's still a hefty amount of trades and posts going on in there. I thought it was like dead, and then I went to go check, and I was like, oh crap. I was like, Sherman and Noxter are posting like crazy still. Misi, there's other people in there too. There's a few others. But if you have Lifetime rolling, you're really big into swing trading, like kind of how most of that group is now. You'll really enjoy that because there is a lot of really cool group effort posting in there. It's weird. Like I feel like I have to be the one to shut up when I go in there because I go in there and I'm like, oh crap, there's already trades going on. Like I can't like interfere or anything. It's kind of funny. It's still a 10x from GTP 3.5. Yeah, but I mean it has fallen drastically now though. And if it keeps this pace up, it'll end up taking all those gains back. Which I don't think it'll do that. I think by then it'll have held up by then. That's just my opinion though. Only time will tell. What's up though? What's everyone looking at? Are you guys looking at SPY? Are you looking at any individual ticker on a certain time frame? What are we all looking at? There we go. It's a little easier to look at. Leland, do you ever use SPX to trade SPY? Have you ever done the backwards method of what everyone else has probably been doing? I don't see why you would. I'm just curious. I feel like you'd be the only person that may have done this on accident. I'm just curious if you have or not, and if it's even worth it. Split done. Oh wait, I already read that. Yeah, y'all can hear the music, right? I'm just again asking that because I don't think anybody answered me earlier. You did, Tobias? How was it? Did it actually like, how laggard were you when you were looking at, like, SPX moving? Music's good, thank you. Because I always trade SPX and you guys trade SPY. Oh. You wanted to belong to the group. That's funny. Honestly, I just after going through a lot of SPX trades myself, I had a lot of success and I had a lot of mistakes. And I think it was easier to make those mistakes, and it was harder on me because those mistakes weren't like small losses. Like when you trade SPX, you're trading SPX, it moves. Which that was my fault. That wasn't the chart's fault. That wasn't the chain's fault. And honestly, anybody who says that is full of shit. But it's not the chart's fault. It's not the chain's fault. It was me. It was my greed's fault. So I think that's what pushed me more back into SPY, just trading that chain, because it is a little bit more stable in terms of like money movement. It also could just be in the head kind of thing, but who knows. Plus, I've been doing a lot more swing trading. That shit's so much more fun. But day trading is a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of fun with these 2-a-days as well, and it kind of gets me into the zone of like seeing what the better trades are. And then once you start going through those enough, you end up finding one on your own, and then you just jump into it naturally without really thinking too much. And then it ends up going pretty well, or it doesn't, and you understand exactly why it didn't. But either way, understanding is the focus. You want to understand what you're doing, why you're doing what you're doing. Therefore, when you see something pop up again, it's just a trigger for you. It's like, oh crap, that calls. Oh, I saw that thing again. Puts. You know, even if you don't have a term for it. That's why we have such stupid terms, because I made them all up. You know, 40%, 80%. We don't have real terms in this chat. Because they're just things I made up over time to help me have triggers. You know, oh, that's what this is. Oh, that's what this is. You know, just because that's what this is doesn't mean I need to jump into it, you know? SPX is less forgiving, but the wins I could not reproduce on spot. Fair enough. Which actually, my last swing trade was a loss, I just realized. Moderna, that was the only trade I posted recently. Which, this was more of just like a, let's see if we can catch it kind of trade. Stop loss, new low, of course, a couple days later. So I'll probably stay away from those kind of trades for a bit. Because that was a legit guess. But it's more of like a risk-reward kind of guess when you're doing this kind of things. You don't want to jump into a random trade, but you know, if you see something low and you know it has good value, jump into it. But that was stupid to do that for that kind of stock. That's something you do on like John Deere or Home Depot or McDonald's or Walmart, or you know, something that's going to definitely come back up. Probably should not be trying that strategy on a stock that's as volatile as Moderna, considering what they're involved in, what they do, the news around them, the everything. Even if I don't agree with everything, it doesn't matter. That's just the facts. So I'll definitely not be doing that again. And you gotta talk to, you know, like I just did, you gotta talk some of this shit out with yourself out loud. Like, you know, maybe you understand it, maybe you don't, but either way, why don't you just say it out loud to yourself so you definitely can confirm, yes, I understand why I lost. Yes, I confirm why I won. I understand why I won that trade. So make sure you guys are giving yourself a good sturdy review, you know, actually going through it, not just, you know, being thorough, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Don't just kind of dust over the details, you know, be very thorough. Also, I'm glad I clicked on Google. This is looking really nice. Whoa, 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 whoa. How dare you? The Thinkorswim gods changed my chart. It's like a little inverse head and shoulder, but it's rejecting. Alright, we'll just go to SPY. I'm glad y'all are being open on y'all's losses in chat too. I'm happy to see that. I don't want a chat full of people who are scared to post that they're wrong. You know, it's okay to be wrong. And don't be scared of being wrong. If you are, you probably shouldn't be trading. Because you're going to be wrong a lot. How's everyone doing though? What's everyone looking at? If you guys are just now tuning in, I would definitely go back into the stream a little bit, kind of skim through it if you want. I wouldn't watch every second of it. But a lot of breakdowns already happened, a lot of reviews, so make sure you go back, just kind of get a good review of what's going on. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you have any comments made, please drop them. But let me know if you guys are looking at, if you guys are looking at anything, or if you're just chilling. Damn, snow is still down here. I don't understand Carvana, honestly. I don't know a person who does. CRM. Ooh, CRM made some good moves. Which I know chat's been over this one because I was only on top of this because of chat. I know Misi and Knockdown and a few of the guys like to watch that one. Cisco, Dell, Shop. Damn, Palantir. Damn, bro, there were people out there that called me stupid for posting this. Who's stupid now? Add a country accent too to make it sound stupid. I just didn't understand the hate, man. We were in the 50s on this stock and there was so much hate. I'm not saying it's $1,000 stock. I just don't think it's a $50 stock. Honestly, in my eyes, this is like a $120 stock. I wouldn't put it much higher, I wouldn't put it much lower. I'm happy that one's working out though, because I was pretty adamant about that one. If there's 3 stocks I've been adamant about, it's been Palantir, PayPal, and ET. Which I haven't really spoke on Palantir in a while, because I haven't had to, ever since we talked about it. I think I was talking about it in the 7s. It's just been flying. Which this is one I had placed at a higher stock price. I would not place the same stock price on PayPal, just because they're 2 completely different companies. And same thing for Energy Transfer. Like, you could see, it's kind of hard to talk about it because it's like, I mean, once you were in, you were in. Like, it's just been on a weird, strong grind up because of the sector that it belongs to. Energy's just kind of been doing this. Passive energy, again, this isn't just oil or just gas. They do everything. They do every style of energy you could think of, except maybe like nuclear, for all I know. I haven't looked into that, of course, but they do a lot of style of energy, though. Can I check Square? Oh, that's a name I haven't heard in forever. One thing that has been working like crazy lately is current open break to the downside for me. Bro, I love to hear that. I love to hear that. Because that is my favorite trade. I've never had more fun trading anything than the current day open. And that's, again, if anybody, I'll show the video, but if anybody here has seen the order of operations videos, that's exactly where we start from every day. Where even are these videos? Part 1, it's a little, it's only 7 minutes. Part 2 is 25 minutes. I think I probably felt bad that this was only 7 minutes, so I made this one longer, but either way, I would definitely watch these 2. It basically just teaches you how to look at the day, you know, how to treat the day and how to go through the day in the correct order. There is a correct order to things. What should happen after what. and this goes over the theory behind our system. I would say these are theory-based videos, completely made up by me, but they work. They're effective, and the thinking behind it is very helpful. It's not just like, all right, once you see this candle close over this, buy it. No, there's a lot more than that. There's context you could be using from the previous day or from earlier in that morning or day. So please definitely check these out, just how to do things in the right order. The reason it's called order of operations is because of the math. PEMDAS. A lot of you have probably grown up and probably read or learned PEMDAS, how to do mathematical equations in the correct order. That's how we see things with our system, is doing things in the right order. If you do them in other orders, you're going to get all kinds of answers, and it's all going to be wrong. So make sure you guys check those out. But Andrew, that is a big reason why I was tying this to that point, is because they all start from current day open. Every major or effective or impactful move starts from current day open. A lot of the times it could be an inside of the range retest. It could be just an open range breakout for all we care. It could be anything really. But just seeing pressure there, seeing buyers there or sellers there, it gives you much more confidence on the rest of the session. Not just that 5 minutes, but 20 minutes from then. If I see current day O breaking and there's just nothing but whatever level is there, previous day low or some bigger time frame level, I have a lot of confidence that it's going to try to go down towards that level, or at least halfway down towards that level at the very least. So I'm really happy to hear that, because that's one of my favorite styles of trades. I think a lot of people have their best trades in our chat on the current day open. Good afternoon, Mel. Good to see you. Like my trade on Friday? Yes, like your trade on Friday on AMD. I was a huge fan of that one. Plus, they're easy to review. Like, do you ever have that feeling when you're going back and looking at them? It's like, bam, I understand exactly why I did what I did. You're not like sitting there thinking for 5 minutes, at all. It's just like, bam, that's what I was doing. I try to compare our system a lot. Once you get the understanding down, once you understand how to do things in the right order, it really is like Ichimoku a lot. Not in the terms of indicators, not in the terms of what you're looking at, but if Ichimoku stands for one look, if you're able to look at something one time and understand it right then and there, you're going to be a much more impactful and effective trader. And that's the point you want to get to with the system, is being able to look at it and be like, bam, that's bullish, bam, that's bearish, bam, I don't really understand this, I'm not touching it. It's not just green and red. So, but no, I'm really happy to hear that though. That really does make me smile, because I love the current day open, and I know a lot of the best BB traders like it too. What am I looking at again here? Am I looking at this in terms of swing or day? VC, are we looking at swing or day? Real quick, let me check SPY, because I kind of forgot where we're even at. Okay, so we're still kind of down after breaking down. We got back above the level that, if rejected, will definitely send us back down. So it's good to see buyers trying to hold it back up. Which, again, if we see this, kind of ties back to that order of operations video, it kind of tells us that the rest of the session might be not as actionable. We're not going to see as much movement. Which I think that's a different video, actually. This is probably my new favorite video because it's theory-based. Again, those order of operation videos are theory-based, but so is this video. I just gotta find it real quick. Oh, here it is. From open to close, navigating the 3 phases of the day using probability. So again, this is another theory-based video. I really just need to make a playlist to call it theory, and then just add those 3 into it. But they're some of my favorite videos because they're deeper thinking on what you're looking at. Time to place a YOLO call, 57.55 for 55. My daily gains into the shitters, or reprint some. And don't feel pressure to trade too, Tobias. You could also chill. You don't have to. But do what you want, man. Don't let anybody make that decision for you. Again, guys, make sure at the bottom make sure your buttons click live. I just realized mine was, again, screwed. You're chilling mostly? Okay. Fair enough. Again, guys, be sure to share the stream link around on Twitter or Discord or wherever else. Also, drop a thumbs up on the stream. It helps out a ton. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them. I try to read out everything that's posted unless it's just insanely heinous or something, you know? I think in like 20 minutes or so, I'll probably go over some of the watch list tickers that I posted, just to kind of go over entry points. And then maybe I could just cut that up as a small video and not have to do a PDF later. I won't lie, the PDFs are fun, but typing that much is not fun. Because I want to get every single point across, and I don't want to just get the point across. I want to also explain the point that I'm trying to get across. So in those PDFs, I do a lot of typing, and I type like I talk. So a lot of those sentences are probably run-on sentences. So if they're a little bit hard to read, I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to get everything across, because there's a lot to think about when you're looking at some of these things. It's, you know, it might be basic to me where I'm like, oh, it's breaking over a current day open. That's bullish. To someone else, they might not understand to what extent is that bullish. They might not understand that, right? So in those reviews, I try to break that down. Before you guys have a better feel on the system and a better feel on what price should be doing in certain scenarios. Remember, not everything happens as it should, but that's pretty much what our system relies on, is going off of probabilities. Right? If we're getting a close above the open after retesting a level underneath, that's insane probability that it wants to go up, because it just failed to go underneath. That's a liquidation. So they're definitely going back up. So the thinking behind it is that it's a lot more impactful than we probably used to think, where it's just like, oh, it's just one candle close. Let me wait till I see another one. By that time, you're late. Jackson, oh God. Please don't say that. Viewed my PL for this year, kind of depressing. Made some money this year, but not a single outline day. 3 really good days. SMR was all 3. Yeah, I was gonna say SMR. I was literally about to guess SMR, because I remember at the beginning of this year you were destroying that chart. I felt like I missed out a little bit. I said I missed shorting into Jackson Hole days of the Trump SPACs. Yeah, no, the SPAC era was crazy. Just remember, man, not every year is the same, right? This year might not have provided as much opportunity, being an election year. Based on how you trade. Again, I'm not saying that's the case for everybody. Let me reiterate that. You're gonna get your opportunity though, Tobias. I'm not worried about it. You're gonna get it and you're gonna kill it. I was chasing too much after I hesitated my trade earlier. Price action wasn't clean. There you go. I like that. Ryan being a little honest with himself. He said he was chasing after he hesitated on his trade earlier. And he knew the price action wasn't clean, but he chased anyway. And I like that you added your kind of context from before, that you had hesitated on a trade before. Because that would definitely make me want to, you know, chase something a little bit more, or make you want to trade something else. We're about to be in the last 2 hours of the day. Exactly what happened. Just wanted to trade and it wasn't worth it. There you go. And see, Ron, it kind of takes a bigger, I'm not even saying bigger man, just a bigger trader to understand that too. Like, you messed up. You made a mistake. Move on. But now you understand why you made that mistake. So next time, try to have a louder voice in your head saying, you know what? this literally just happened last week, or this literally just happened this week, or, you know, the other day, blah, blah, blah. Whenever you trade next. You know, why would I make that mistake twice? Am I crazy? It's okay if we make technical mistakes, but these are like emotional mistakes still, you know, where it's like, I knew I didn't want to trade because I just took that hesitation, and now I really want to trade more and more and more, and I'm jumping into worse price action, and it's just not as favorable. So it takes a bigger trader to say that stuff, man. So good on you. But learn from it. Have that louder voice in your head now. Give that voice a speakerphone for Pete's sake. Prop Street said, I am crazy. Oh, I wanted to look at D-Dog. Someone in our chat, Hayes, has been trading this like crazy, and I didn't really get to review it yet, so I wanted to go kind of chart it my own way, and then I wanted to see just what happened. I need to add it in between. I didn't even realize. And right at the in-between. That's crazy. You know what? Just because it's right at it, I want to be exact. Just to make sure. You know, dear God, if I draw this level wrong. 25. Remove drawing. Okay, fair enough. It is at a resistance now and a supply. This was powerful. Inside bar, failed break, inside bar, kind of breaking, but not really. Damn, this thing coiled. Yeah, this did have some good profits in it, because there's probably a lot of people sitting on this waiting for it to fall, and then it went up. A lot of good gains for bulls. What is Netflix doing? That was at the beginning of the day, never mind. Damn, though. That's a crazy day for them. See, you look at these charts, you're like, oh, it's only up 2.5%. It's like, but how much is the stock? We're looking at a $700 stock here. 3%, that's a lot of movement. Or 2.5, whatever. 2.6. That always gets me. Someone's like, oh, Apple's only up 1.5%. Like, what? That's a lot. $220 stock. My little bro is also joining the enemy. He started working for the Dutch Fed, so it's illegal for him to trade. Aw, bro, your bro's a Fed? Damn, that sucks, though. Yeah, you pretty much can't trade anything. I mean, you can trade bonds, I think, right? Or maybe not even that. Well, good for him, though. He should be proud. You should be proud, man. That's pretty awesome that he's got a job like that. Good for him. You should start hanging out with him more, though, because imagine he has like some crazy news in his head that he just can't keep to himself. And then you end up hanging out with him and you don't even bring up stocks, and he's just like, dude, the market's crashing soon. And then that's all he can tell you, because he can't like leave any digital trace of telling you that. That's what happened to what's his name? I can't even remember his name anymore. There was someone in chat that just happened to recently, Andrew. Why can't I think of that guy's name? Me and Peoples would talk to him all the time. But he got something similar. He was trading a lot, and then he got that job, and now he pretty much can't trade. I think you can do like swing trades over a long period of time, but they have to be like a lot longer or something like that. You can't even bet in size because he would. Oh, you go mess up the market for a day, and he's like, "Dude, you should have seen this trader today." He's literally talking about you. He's like, "Yeah, dude, this guy keeps buying SMR. Like, the banks keep selling it off, trying to trick everybody, but this guy doesn't give up. He just keeps buying SMR." You're sitting there sweating bullets, like, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm totally not that guy. What's up, David? Good to see you, man. Aunt Nancy P trades like laws rules exist. You ain't lying, bro. She went on a huge interview in front of everybody. That was before she like not retired, but like backed down. Before she backed down, she had this like huge thing, and that I remember people that are literally on the Democrat side, like from those news stations, would be yelling at her. They'd be like, "Were you trading Nvidia?" Like, you could tell the regime was turning against her. Her and her husband just placed way too many trades at the perfect time. It's like, how could you be the person who bought Nvidia and also be the person who traveled to Taiwan? How could you be that person? Like, that's what? How could you be the person that makes it go up and you're also the person buying it? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like when Warren Buffett, I always thought that was another big scam trade that no one's ever going to get onto, but and they tried to get onto him. Actually, that was the funny part. They actually tried to get him for it, the SEC and everything, but they didn't have enough evidence, and also at the time he had someone else in power at his firm, so really, technically it wasn't him on paper, but it was 100% him. But there was that deal, if you guys remember, with Microsoft and Activision. That happened, and if you remember correctly, Warren Buffett and Bill Gates are best friends. It's like, what? And just all of a sudden, Warren Buffett had tons of Activision shares, claiming that his underling was the one who bought it all. My ass. That's what I thought was funny. Where the Bears at? They better show up soon. This is where they need to show up if they want to show up at all. You have lower highs here. You have the confirmation that price has broken this base, but you have price working back into this area now. So bulls, buyers, I try to say those two words together. Buyers are being given a chance here. I would say this was the chance for bears to put the nail in the coffin. If they had projected this from the underside and then actually pulled back down under, made a new low under this, we'd probably already be at 57.13. Sorry, I thought I was looking at SPY for a second. He bought up everything. Yeah, he did. That's a nasty trade that'll always like sit in my head. That's a trade that should have never happened. And they allowed it to. Which, if that doesn't show you how crooked, you know, the SEC and everything is, I don't know what will. Glad I got out of my 572 put after that last previous day high rejection, sold out at 571. Ooh, nice. Look at that. And David, what pushed you to sell instead of holding longer? I just want to know. I'm not pressuring you. I just want to know. I want to get your understanding on it. Your thought process. He also front-runned Berkshire with his personal account. Oh, 100%. No, that's the dirtiest part, probably. JP Morgan's another company that's pretty dirty, but they get away with a lot because they have a lot of money. Like, they'll be like, "Oh, bro, we just caught a boat that had all this cocaine on it, and it was y'all's boat, so we're gonna have to fine y'all." And they're like, "Okay, what's the fine?" They're like, 100 million. You and me here, 100 million. We're freaking out, right? JP Morgan here's 100 million. They're laughing. They're like, "Yeah, we'll pay it, and we'll still profit from that shit." Nah, JP Morgan is pretty bad. Avoided chop and theta burn. Good self-awareness, David. Every bank in the system, literally. I was going to hold the pre-market high, but I figured but figured walk away while ahead. Oh, okay, okay. No, that makes sense. I like that. Honestly, that's the level of thinking you need to have when trading like this, especially with just one contract or with a light amount of contracts. We need to honestly have that lesser of two evils mindset. So if you have two options in front of you and one of them has a chance of screwing you, don't take that path. Don't take that path at all. Especially right now while you're trying to grow or while you're trying to start out. And I'm not saying you personally, David. I just mean people in general. So anybody who's watching this, hopefully that helps you. But honestly, you should be focused on the lesser of two evils. Who cares if you're making less? Right now, you're not focused on getting rich. Right now, we're focused on trying to get confidence in what we want to see. Trying to get confidence in seeing the same setup over and over, or understanding different setups that we want to be a part of more. Being able to be part of those profitable moves, not just saying that we said that it was going to do that. You know, I don't care if you said it was going to go up or not. Are you in the trade? You know? Getting good understanding. I was going to hold the... Oh, I already read that one. I finally broken my old mindset of big plays and just compound now. Yeah, honestly, it's the path. It's the hardest path to take because in your head you're like, but all I need is one really good trade. All I need is one really good trade. It's just a good, perfect boost that I need. And that perfect boost turns into the mistake that ends up leading to your demise. But the lesser of two evils. That's the mindset we should be having while trading. At least right now. Like I said, while we're trying to grow. Once we get to that established part of our trading, you know, change it all up for all I care. But while you're growing, you need to have that lesser of two evils mindset. Damn, we had over almost 120 people click on today's stream. That is a lot. And here, I thought I was on SPX still. SPY is fighting the 572 area, which is either a perfect spot for a fourth lower high to pop up today, or it could be where buyers finally break this little trend of struggle, which, again, buyers have been in control all day. As we explained earlier, as long as we're holding this little highlight area, we should be fine. So it's okay to have a lot of ugly price action sit above it. It's fine. As long as you get a followed up move, which seems to be alright for now. So even if you don't like this chart right here, right now, I actually am already liking this setup because tomorrow this gives us an easy idea of, okay, well, we either are still holding this and we're breaking above today's highs or whatever's next, or we're breaking this. It's this very easy plan. You see how I'm already, bam, done. I already have a plan for tomorrow, and there's still 2 hours left in today. So, take your time. Also, and you might have seen a small clip of it at the beginning of my stream because I accidentally spoiled it a little bit, but there's a video game I found that has a stock market inside of it, and you can buy and sell stuff in this stock market. It's pretty funny. I was testing it out because I thought I wanted to do a video for it, but then I was like, nah, this is pretty stupid. Like a strategy in a video game of how to win the most profits. Well, there's a couple games, Tobias. There's a couple games. There's an actual stock market simulator, but one of them is called Cookie Clicker. It's an idle clicker type game. But I only found out about it because I saw a video that said there's a stock market inside the game, and I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense. So I researched more. I was looking at it, and you can look it up if you want to on YouTube. It's pretty funny. But there was like an achievement to get 10 million in profit, so I wanted to go get that because I thought it was funny. But yeah, no, it's wild because in this there's even a website that shows there's real deltas on these stocks in this video game. It's like real stocks. It's crazy as shit. The only thing that's not realistic is they have like return to mean values, which means like, let's say I have stock A, stock B, stock C. Let's say stock A, let's say every time we see it at the $10 mark, that's like where its normal price should be, right? It should always be 10, right? Let's say stock B is 20. Let's say stock C is 30, right? And let's say every 10 minutes they have a 15% chance of going up or down or doing whatever, right? And you could just kind of like see that, but it was just kind of cool to play with because there was actually like realistic stock market stuff in it. I was actually surprised. They have deltas. There's a whole guide to... it's mind-blowing how a video game had that. And it was all real. All real. The best trade I saw in the past month in the Discord is the Johnson and Johnson Diddy trade. Oh god. I was reading that like, damn, I missed one of the best trades ever, I guess. Let me read this. True, but there's going to be the day where you position vol and the market is just going bonkers, recognizing but holding for your life would benefit. Oil is shitting the bed, we could pop. Which, you know something I haven't looked at in a while? It's the dollar. It's been a minute since I've looked at the dollar. Made a new low. You can see they actually liquidated that low. I'm just highlighting it, I'm not doing the whole low. You can see they hit it, failed, liquidated, huge move up. So this is honestly still part of the liquidated move from the lows. And that's why a lot of the time when you see those lows happen, you know, someone who's looking at this will be like, oh my god, this randomly just reversed. But then you go back in time, I'm not going to do it now, but like this case right here, and you can see, oh wow, it did actually hit a historic point. It went under it, and then it retook it. That's a lot of money lost and a lot of energy gained right there for this chart to move, right? So if it's above it again, it's going up. And now we can see it's made it back to this area here, which I would say if you do see a bounce, like in this case, let me just go over this example. If you were to bounce from here, your main areas to look at to kind of test to see is this bullish or not still would be, is it going up to this point? Because these are the recent highs where it fell down from recently. When it went up, hit, went up, hit. This is where you'd look at first. Then you'd look at that next zone. So yeah, it's nice to see it there now, but realistically, let's say you were someone buying dips like that, you wouldn't have made it up here. You would have sold somewhere in this area, honestly. You would have been part of this supply right here, the high to this candle to the open of this candle. I'm just zooming it over here. And you would have been out before this candle. So, still really fat gains, but just really cool to look at. Because this is honestly one of the most powerful concepts right here. The new low being made, the low being retaken, working back to the recent high, the lower high, whatever you want to focus on. So, just interesting. Looks like I need to extend this zone over a little bit though. So they're inside of this supply. Looks like the dollar's just going to be a little indecisive for a couple days until we can see better direction. Either they drop back out of 102.30s, 102.358, or we see them exit 103s to the upside. Which I like to always add this point. If you guys ever use the dollar to trade SPY, that's great. Just understand that they are not perfect opposites. They are probably the next closest thing, but they're not. They're not perfect opposites. So there's going to be a little bit of rebuttal, a little bit of a pending in between, if you know what I mean. Some days when SPY drops, the dollar isn't going up. Sometimes it's just sitting there. You guys have dollars? Yo, what's up? Ooh, really cool post by username and trade floor. Go check that out if you guys haven't already. Definitely tune in when you see him post. I really like his posts a lot. They're very clean, detailed. They're like one look. You should understand them pretty quickly. What's everyone looking at though? I kind of been talking about a lot, honestly. Let's zoom on down to the smaller time frames again. I just want to see what's up. I guess we'll just watch SPX again. We can look at some bigger time frames end of day if y'all want as well. Whatever. Do whatever we want in here. Did anyone even end up finding a game for everyone in here to play? Wasn't there a game y'all were wanting to play? Don't, I swear to God, if I see the M word typed. Do not type the M word, but there was another one that was mentioned. If anybody remembers, let me know. SPX still battling the top of this previous day high supply. We've had nothing but lower highs in this area. So we'll see if we get a change of pace in regards to trend. But no need to fear anyway, because it's not like this is bearish anyway. The fact that we held this zone the way we did today with a 90% and then a higher low at the top of it, this is a beautiful bullish hold so far on today. Which, if you go check out the chart from the past couple days, honestly, I've been posting this exact area every day. I have yet to delete it yet. Just because I don't see the point. It's been so useful, pivotal. It's been telling us direction almost every single day. So I just don't see the point in deleting this area yet. Kind of going against the grain on that one. Oh, how's everyone doing though today? Hopefully you guys are green or sitting cash and just kind of getting some reps in, which is totally cool as well. You don't have to always actively be trading. Is it just me or is the stream laggy? I'll be honest with you, I didn't have any drop frames. I'm actually doing great. Yeah, 0 drop frames, so it might just be you. Refresh, but also at the bottom of your screen, after you refresh, make sure the red dot appears next to the word live. Can't type. But yeah, it might actually be you this time, Andrew. I am pretty honest about my stream's lag though. Normally it is me. Sometimes it's YouTube. It could also be YouTube in your region though. YouTube is very regional server based. So if it's like lagging for you and there's a couple people it's lagging for, y'all are probably living in the same region. So it could also still be a YouTube server side. The only thing you could do is just refresh. Or exit and then re-enter. Sometimes that helps a lot more. I don't know, YouTube's weird. It's kind of impressive how much money they make and we're still dealing with server issues. There's a backup server, and sometimes when I put on the backup server, it works way worse. And then there's other times where it works a lot better, and it doesn't make any sense. Because it shouldn't change anything. You know? And I don't know why it changes that much. Why should I have to, as the content creator, why should I have to edit which server I'm on because one of them's lagging and one of them isn't? That just always blows my mind. You'd think they have like a feature that like automatically puts you on the more optimized server with the better ping or whatever. It's whatever though. We won't talk about the billions and billions and billions that they make. It's cool. Totally cool. You can't hear the stream? Well, that's a completely different issue. I don't know what to tell you on that one. Cannot hear. Oh, restarted. Huh. See? Like that. Why does SK have to deal with that? It's YouTube server side. It's so weird. I'm sorry you had to deal with that, SK. That's annoying. Me complaining about YouTube. I cannot hear. Giving me more reason to complain about YouTube. One day we'll have a better YouTube server, I promise. They'll fix everything, I promise. I don't really see much I want to look at right now. Honestly, there's a lot just settling. You can just see a lot is just trying to sit. There are a couple things moving, but a lot of these charts just want to relax. Which I can see that too. We are approaching the end of the day. Also, if you've watched my navigating the 3 phases of the day using probability, you'd know what I'm talking about right here when I say that there is chance for more movement in the day. I'm not saying there isn't. It's just not as high as it could be, right? We've already had a gap up. We had a 90%. We had a retest. We had a breakout. We've had 3 lower highs pretty much consolidate us throughout the entire lunch period. At the end of the lunch period, here we are still. So, I mean, we either have a little bit of movement or none. So it's not really looking too great. But either way, I kind of would like to see us break this lower high trend and get up to here end of day. Just to kind of double confirm that, yes, this is super bullish from here. But if we don't, and we're just sitting above this end of day, totally fine. The plan is just as simple as it was, even if it didn't break it. And we have about an hour and a half left in the day. I think at the end of today's stream, I'm just going to do a review of my 2-a-day. And then we'll probably end it there at the end of the day. But if you guys have anything you want to look at or go over in between now and then, I am totally happy to go over whatever. How is the 2-a-days though? Have you guys actually taken time to go through those? Have you guys actually looked at them yet? Have you been using them? Have you been enjoying them? But let me know what you guys think of them. I have been putting a lot of effort into them, I won't lie. Digging the 2-a-days. Nice. 1 minute view will give a bit of direction. Definitely been great to review. Yeah, I had a lot of really cool feedback. Carter, you messaged me, I had a few other people message me on Discord. Which, y'all don't have to do that, but I thought that was really cool because it really showed to me, like, okay, this is actually helping. And they were fun to do, so it wasn't... That was really why I was happy. It wasn't like, oh, thank God it's helping these guys. Like, it was also because I was having fun making them. Plus, the name was kind of cool. It kind of stuck with something, you know. So, 2 days when I was growing up was football practice, not posting 2 setups a day. But no, it's fun to post those. Plus, I can post tickers that I really like to go over a lot. I don't have to post the same two every single day. I can do 2 different ones each day, or just stick to the same list of like 10 or 12 and just do 2 different ones out of those. But also, why I like them is because one, the 2 a day post gives you a kind of plan, a very detailed plan of every little scenario that can happen or should happen on that chart with those levels, with those, supply and demands that I have drawn out. But also in the reviews, what I like as well is the review really. It actually shows you where should you be entering, what should you be looking at for an entry, and you'll look at my reviews and you'll actually see there's actually a lot less entries than a lot more people are taking. I'd say the average BB trader probably takes a lot more trades than they should be taking. But with those reviews, I'm trying to lower that. It'd be nice to have less trades, more impactful trades, if that makes sense. More quality, less quantity. Which I'm not saying anybody in chat's over trading. I don't see that, but it still is nice to kind of be as efficient as possible. But I'm glad to hear some of you enjoyed it because I've had a lot of fun making them. I've also taken the time to, if you guys have been paying attention, anybody who's not in Discord, if you're just a YouTube member, go to community. I've been posting this stuff for you as well. It's not just for Discord. So if you guys go check out the membership tab, click on that. I guess you click membership or community. It's kind of weird. I guess this is if I want to post it for non-members as well. Huh. Either way, though, I've been posting it for both, so I hope you guys have been enjoying this as well. I don't know what else I was trying to say there. But yeah. It's kind of fun, too, and maybe we could do one together one day, but I really do take a lot of time when I make those. I don't make those in like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Like I probably take 30 to 40 minutes to post each of those. Because I restart the chart, I clear everything. I kind of just like clear every level, everything I've ever thought about this stock, and then I just forget it. And then I redraw it, I relook at it. I just focus on recent price action. Sometimes I focus on historical. Sometimes I focus on just that day or the previous day, because there's a few ways of approaching it. So it's just kind of fun to show off each of those different ways. In the reviews, I get to show off different ways you could be taking trades with those levels or with those supply and demands. So, and I'm going to keep those at members only. I don't ever see myself making that something that I do for free. I'm going to keep that at members only for everybody in here who's applied anything, who's ever contributed. It'll be for you. I don't want it to, I'm not trying to shit on the people who have carried me up to this point. So I want to keep giving back in that manner. And then on the Saturday events, I'm really excited about that too, because lifetime only will get a kick out of that. And maybe in the future we have a second one, or we open it up to more to premium guys as well. That'd be cool too. But for now, I want to keep it small knit, try to help some people out. And then from there on, we can have more leaders in the chat, and then more helping in chat, and more people just keep growing, and it compounds on itself really. You help out some leaders, they help you out. Because imagine like someone new coming to our chat and then only I'm explaining something. It kind of seems far-fetched. But then you come into our chat and you realize, oh wow, there's like 20 people telling me this. They're going to be like, okay, there's something working here. Something's working right. There's something in the water in this chat. So, and that's really my big point. It's not really to influence people. It's to guide them. Because I feel like it's not cool when it's one person touting off something. It's hard for me to listen to one person, right? But if you see there's a collective of people going over it, it's like, okay, this must be working. Let me at least apply some energy. I want to be part of it too. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to explain there, but I don't want to feel like a dictator in my own chat. So that's why I like that so many leaders are emerging. So many people who feel confident in what they've learned in our group are also sharing what they've learned with other people who are, just now joining, or maybe they're a beginner, or maybe they've been trading for years and they need to relearn something. That's fine. This is the place to be for that. So thank you to everybody who's been posting, whether it's been for daily updates or for a chart or just to get, yourself into the group or into the system more. I'm really happy for you. And honestly, thank you, because it helps other people out too. You have no idea how many people are lurking. I, to this day, check how many people read the channels, just because we have a lot of lurkers, and there's a lot of people who will randomly message me who I've never seen before, and they'll be like, dude, you have such a great community. Thank you for posting this. And it's just great, because it's like, I didn't have to do that. That was all you guys. You could say I helped, but I mean, at the end of the day, there's so many people in chat who have helped other people, and they don't even know it. So that's why I'm just giving credit. A lot of really cool people in chat. But I want to see more. I want to see more leaders emerge. I want to see more people, appear from the shadows. I want to see any more lurkers. I want to see people kicking ass and helping other people out. So I hope this 2-a-days help people get into that more. Playing with previous day high again. Yeah, they're enjoying that. Nothing but lower highs around previous day high. Not just yesterday, but also today mainly is what I mean. But again, my focus isn't really previous day high. I mean, it's nice to see that, but my focus is the fact that we're holding 570 area. The fact that we're holding that is a very good sign for buyers moving forward. Because again, if held, can definitely move off of that and into the higher 570s, mid 570s, I should say. Damn, in my headset, the music sounds so quiet. Sucks this is YouTube. We have to listen to like non-copyright crap. Because I'd love to listen to like, modern music. I turned it up a little bit. I was trying to find a better one. can listen to those again. I don't even know if I have them on my Spotify anymore. Holy fuck. There we go. Wait, you might be in luck. No, wait, did I remove it all? Why would I do such a thing? Damn, maybe I did. Damn, one of Viet's songs blew up. He was someone in our chat that I would listen to. He's got 7,700 monthly listeners now. Good for him. He did kind of make some fire beats. It's like lo-fi Japanese songs. They sound good. Damn, I really don't have that playlist anymore. My bad, Eric. I thought I did. Just trying to find it. Mikey, High Day is over here. But I see what you're going for. Yeah, it's not a new high of day, but we're pretty close. But I see what you're saying, though, because we've been on here for a minute. We are in the highs of today, though. Which, this is looking like the best approach to 572 all day. This was weak. This was weak. This was pretty decent. Then it gave up very quickly. Nothing really big here. All lower highs from the high of day. So, we're still under the high of day, but this is the best looking approach to 572 we've seen all day. Microsoft. Amazon. To Bull Heaven? What kind of angels are in Bull Heaven? What's up, Mel? How you been, man? It's good seeing your name. I haven't been streaming as much as you can see, but glad to see you. Should be live tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day. Yo, how's our stock pick going? Oh, hell yeah. Look at that. Oh. We chose this together. If you remember LW, you know. The real ones know. Alright, I'm getting off this chart now. I want to give away our secrets. I don't want to give people riches like that. Okay, whoa, now we do it. We did make a new high of day on that candle. Now we're slowing down against it. Again, like I said though, this is the best approach to 572 we've seen all day. Seeing it again here. And all-time high is not even that far. It's right there. It might feel like we're really far away from it, but we are right under it still. Yo, good stuff, Jack. Good stuff, Mikey. He said leaving a runner. Trailing stop order. Oh, okay, trailing stop. When you do a trailing stop, Mikey, do you do those a lot also? But two, What percent do you sell those at? Or do you just do it by amount? I know each person does it differently. Some people do it by percent. Some people do it by total. Yo, this music sucks. I'm changing it. This music sucks worse. Wait, that was the one we were just listening to. Alright, we'll just ride with this for a minute and see how it goes. Used to play with the trailing stop. Lots of people definitely didn't go on this one. Usually using amount 0.25, depends on the momentum. Okay. So if it's really quick, you're doing 0.25, because that was a pretty quick move right there. What about like a slower day? Would you set longer or set a wider amount? If you feel like it's a little slower of a move, do you set a wider amount? I don't know if that, I'm even asking that right. 20% up means stop up plus 20. 20% up means stop at plus 5. 50% means stop at 20. 100% means stop at 80. What? Why are you going down to 5% when you're up 20? Down to 20% when you're at 50, but you're only going down to 80 when you're up 100. The math doesn't even... If slower, yes, set with 15%. Huh. I can't even remember the last time I used a trailing stop, but they're pretty nice. Peace of mind. So even if you feel like you yourself are gonna, you know, break some rules, at least it feels like you have some peace of mind with the trailing stop. Because you can't go wrong with that. But thank you, Mikey, for answering. I was just curious. Might try it on a future trade just to see. I haven't used one in probably 2 years. Or a year. I don't even remember how long now. I haven't traded as much this year. I was trading pretty heavy at the beginning of the year. All of last year. I mean, this year I've been a lot lighter and not really as active, but I'll probably be picking that up from here on out. And I'm trying not to work with like a large amount of money now that I'm getting back into things. Trying to use like smaller amounts and then just work from there. Not really worried about profits, more worried about just quality of reps. If I can just get some good quality reps, that's all I care about. Get me back into the zone. Mental stop loss, not my thing. I found greedy killing me. Yeah, it's not good. Mental stop losses are bad, but it's sad that it's the majority of the market. It's also good just knowing your, like, parameters. You know, if you know you're wrong, it's not really... I mean, it is a mental stop loss still. I'm not trying to argue at that point. But at the other end of things, it's a little different because you're going off of an idea, you know? But I feel you, though, Mikey. You know, instead of letting the human part of you keep taking you over, I'm glad you're just allowing the brokerage to take over for you. Let them cut your trade when you're wrong. Don't even trip about it. Let them take profit... You know, when you're up, don't even stress. I really want to go back to AMD and go over this setup, everybody. So right now, AMD, one of my favorite tickers to trade, is inside of a gap fill. Which I'm just going to highlight this because I'm a nerd and I really like to highlight my areas there. You know, we'll leave everything. 5 day, 5 minute. You can see today they just kind of broke under today's close, rejected today's high, came back down, held as a higher low. So the first like hour or so, hour and a half of today was just a huge squeeze for this chart. Launched. I don't really see where you would have gotten in on that chart in the 5-minute. Nice pullback. This wasn't in the plans to trade today, but what I'm getting at is that it's in a really good area, though. You know, you can see clear higher lows going into this. We've already tapped this once, right? So whatever next time this hits again, it's probably going to be the time it goes through it. And if not, then we just have more squeezing, which is fine. We just have an extra future play. But just kind of cool to see, you know, even if you were scared of how much red you were seeing on this chart, it was cool to see, like, well, it went to a bullish area and held, and you're still at higher lows here, so trend is up. But I just wanted to go over this because it's a pretty cool bigger to smaller time frame setup that's still sitting here. I don't want people to forget about it. It's only a $5 range too, 170 to 175. Current high of day of Nvidia is 132.92. It's right where they're at right now, almost. What is this song? I feel like I'm about to cry, or someone's telling me my dog died. I'm getting off this song. I was sad. I don't even know why. What a weird... Oh, that's too loud. What a weird song that was. Because I also take profits when the trade is safe. I want to let it run. No, I understand what you're saying, Tobias. It's just your math didn't make any sense. You said 20% up when the stop at +5. Okay. Then you said 50 when stop at 20. Which that's already off of the first one. And then 100 to 80. Which that... Now none of those three numbers line up. You should have to stick to Japanese vibes. Dude, yeah, literally. Some of these are scams. And then some of them are like rainy sounds. Like, I'm not trying to fall asleep or go to therapy. Like, I just want to hear some music. Oh, wait, this one looks promising. It has Samurai in the name. First song doesn't sound promising though. Oh my god, the length of this video is crazy. It's 1 day, 1 minute and 6 seconds. What? What on God's green earth? Oh, here we go. Yeah, see, this sounds Japanese. Let's go. Oh, okay, so you're adjusting it 100% to be at 80 because you're greedy and you'll probably want it to run more, but instead you just... Okay, no, that makes sense now. Okay, it makes more sense if I'm thinking about it that way. My bad, Tobias. Paul Walker tribute. Yeah, literally, like, that song was depressing. Also, the fun of doing 2-a-days every day. If I don't clean my chart, this is what it looks like. Like, on the smaller time frames, it's super detailed, but on the bigger time frames, it's a little hard to look at now. But it's worth it. Honestly, Nvidia is scaring me, and it really is freaking me out because you have lower highs here. We've already broken that trend. But not only from an angle point of view, from a level point of view, they're breaking this recent lower high. So based on theory, they should work to the next lower high, which is up here at 136s. So technically there's more room here. And that's what's freaky, because this is one of the better looking charts today, up 4% almost. Just makes me feel like nobody's going to be in this trade when it launches, so only big money will be in this, which might actually give it energy to fuel it up to 140.76 at the all-time high. You just got to be very careful when you get around all-time highs, because you never know when they're wanting to just get up to it and slow down, or when they're wanting to pop it and send it to the next psychological level, which those are always the best trades to be in, because the new high, you're getting the biggest extrinsic value boost ever. Damn, it's already almost 2? I feel like I just said we have 2 hours left in the day. I'm very happy with this. Honestly, I'm very happy that I came back and saw this. Because this was the first one in my 2-a-day post, and I knew I was going to post this one. I was so excited to. So I'm so happy it worked out. The visual buyers at the previous day high. The breakout, the retest, the continuation. I know we didn't make it to the top level there, but we got so close. We hit, I think, 2 different targets, or close to 2. But it would have been perfect if we smacked 133.74 in that first run. It might still do it end of day here, but not as cool as if it would have done it earlier. And yeah, Tobias, let me know what you end up swinging next. I'd love to get in on a Tobias trade. Preferably not, you know, a $10 stock or anything. Maybe I'll do that here in a little bit. I'll start looking at some dailies just to see if there's anything that's worth it, but I was already looking earlier and I really wasn't seeing much setup, and based on how these intradays are acting, probably just going to get some small continuation tomorrow. I could see some small green days or small red days tomorrow. After a gap up. I could see a gap up into a small green day, or gap up into a small red day. Unless something happens overnight or overseas. Which hopefully not. I saw things were getting worse overseas, actually. Why does everything look like they were slowing down? It keeps getting worse. Google looks pretty enticing. Where are the EMAs at? That one. That one. That one. Blue. White. Oh, this is the one that was throwing me off. I was like, what the hell is yellow? Of course. Squeezing between all of them. Whoa, Ulta. Okay, wait, maybe I found something. Ulta downside possible after losing all 3 main EMAs and the 368s. Alright, now what we can do, this is what I should be doing from now on, honestly. Wait. Do this. Keep those there. Delete these. That was quick. We found 3 pretty quick. Oh, whoops. Let's see what I'm clicking on. Is that an inside bar? It is. Inside bar on Visa, but... Oh, MasterCard has it too. MasterCard and Visa both inside bars. It's kind of funny. Maybe there's just too many people watching snow, because that's it's been taking forever. But either way, that setup still looks good. Bomb seed tomorrow? Spy all-time high tomorrow? Possibly. Carvana, Solar. Holy crap, DQ, what did you do? Oh, I forgot, this is Chinese solar. I was like, what is going on? Which, speaking of Chinese stocks, I don't know why everybody was jumping into them so late. I saw on Twitter and all over different social medias, people were, guys, you gotta get China, it's all moving again. Honestly, when this candle hit, I knew to probably stay out of this chart. Anytime you have a gapped up small body candle, and anytime you get multiple of them, it's a very good sign that you're starting to see an oversold or overbought chart. In this case, it's overbought. Gapped up small body, reset. This is a pretty nice restructure day because it's a very big candle. Next day, small body candle. Another one. So there's just too many small body candles gapped up and gapped down off of each other, which is the only sign you really ever need to tell if something's overbought or oversold. You don't need RSI. RSI is not accurate. RSI is different on every chart too. That's what people who use RSI don't tell you. RSI on Apple is going to be different than that of Microsoft. RSI on Microsoft is going to be different than that of Amazon. It's all different. Which is weird because some of those belong to the same sector. So that's why I don't like RSI. It's just inaccurate across sectors. It just doesn't make sense. I'm not saying anything else that's sticking out to me, but those 3 that we found really quickly are all decent finds. Yeah, that's all I found. Alright, well now we can turn our EMAs back off now that we've scanned. We go back down to the smaller time frame. Kind of want to see what SPX is doing. Okay, so they did hit that next area. Good to see. SPX just looking like a lot cleaner today. That's how they're actually hitting that next area. I'm just going to post this in chat just for a good reference as well. Yeah, yeah, big percent, Tobias. Can you do MP? Depends. What sector is this? Oh, it says materials, so it must be materials. These companies always scare me. I don't know. I don't have much to say on this one. I don't know the company. I don't really mess with ore companies. They just hit a supply. And they're still above this one. Not a bad spot. They got a little bit of lower. Actually, I would hate to say this to you now, but it actually looks like it's gonna fall down pretty heavily because you have a high, a lower high, and a bearish candlestick moving away from, I mean, this is like the perfect high probability pullback situation ever. This is what I would want to see if I was wanting to see a stock fall. All they need to do to trigger this now is to actually break this recent low, and then they're probably going down to here at the very least. If they end up holding this though, should be better testing into this. But need to see some better structure here. I'd say if they do come down here, you need to see them hold this area, and if you can get some good structure, kind of like this, how this looks, how this candle popped up, and then you have a bunch of candles sitting towards the top half of the candle. Towards the top half, I didn't even draw the fib, it just feels like that's halfway. I went perfectly in between it, even better. But just something like that. I'd like to see that same kind of structure you see here, right here, on top of that. You get some good moves there, but I don't know this company. I'm just going off pure technicals. No idea. I've never had much love for, you know, mining or companies, to be honest. This was one I had on watch last week, and they're doing the exact same thing you're looking at. I don't know if these belong to the same sector or not, but this is the exact same setup. I instantly thought of AMR as soon as I finished saying that sentence, because you have a lower high, bearish kicker. And it is breaking the new low, which I wouldn't short this, but it looks like it does want to drop down to 200. Oracle. Oracle was one that we had on watch from Noxta, and it just kind of sucks it didn't really launch from here, but it looks like a chart that's ready to just send it. Even more so now. So 180, 50, 187 I have his fib extension levels. And then Snow was just one I had on watch as well, because back before it was over here somewhere, I saw Garden Trader post it super early on, or someone else posted as well, and then I was like, damn, this thing's basing. And then now that I'm back streaming again, I come back and it's still basing. It's like, okay, well, I guess we'll leave it on watch. So I don't know, I like our little list here. Ulta, EMPH, Coin, AMR, Oracle, Snow, and that's not even counting everything else here. SMR, are they okay now? You're the SMR guy. I don't know what to say on this one. I would only touch this if I saw you go into chat and be like, guys, it's doing it again. If you don't follow me this time, you're stupid. Like, I would only follow you in a trade on SMR if I saw you say that. I'd have to see the most confident Tobias I've seen in years. Earnings in 2 weeks or so. Need to have some fundamentals. There you go. Oh, for MP? Yeah. Well, that's cool. Now you have something, an event to wait on, and then you can see what they do. Nice. I just typed EMA combo wrong. That's good. Like, what part of this song sounds Japanese? If SMR hits 14 without volume, it's time for calls. Alright, well, you alert me. Tag me a bajillion times. this was a pretty good stream. I got to talk about everything I wanted to talk about pretty much. We talked about the 2-a-days and all the other stuff earlier. We went over a bunch of different charts and just live updates in the moment while we were sitting here chilling. And then we also got to go over a bunch of daily time frame stuff, which is probably my favorite part of the day. And we still have 50 minutes in the day, so we have time for questions or just comments or just random posts or whatever. I want to go over the 2 days again, just to kind of have them again, just to make sure we all covered that. Mainly to cover Nvidia, but we'll go over Amazon as well. What kind of trades could have been taken? Oh. No. Hey, Nvidia hit that new high day. Is Amazon a, what's it called? It is. Let's go. Alright, new drawing set. IB. I love drawing these. They're so easy. Extend to the left. Extend to the left. Make sure you're on the max daily. I am not. And then make sure you draw emerging candles underneath and over. That is an emerging, wow. $177.60. Actually, got another level right there. That's pretty awkward. 5 day, 5 minute. Extendo. Damn, I'm kind of excited for the Amazon IB play. Just to make sure, before we get too late into the end of the stream, does anybody have any questions or anything they want to go over, or is everybody fine for now and they just need more time? Or does anybody have anything to say about anything that has to do with the system, or anything with entries or exits or entry type? Just anything, honestly. Amazon has an event today and tomorrow. Prime days. Does that affect your opinion? Hell yeah, it does. Amazon, dude, I've seen some of the biggest stock market gains in my eyes. Not just my own, but other people's on Prime Day. I have seen someone make millions on Prime Day just trading Amazon. So yes, that does affect my opinion. I would say this adds a lot more Actually, that would explain why today is probably an inside bar. I hadn't even realized, Dr. J, so thank you for that. Let me write that down before I... Because, yeah, Prime Day is pretty massive. I always forget about it, though, because how long it is between each one of them. Because I think there's one at the beginning of the year and one at the end of the year, and that's it. And I think before there was only one towards the end of the year. So it always throws me off. But no, Prime Day is huge. Prime Day is great for Amazon. Historically, I would say they were a lot more bullish than bearish, but just in general, what I like about it is that there's movement. It doesn't matter if it's up or down. It's the fact that there's movement. That's what we like. So yes, thank you for bringing that up, actually. Shout out to Dr. J. I always lose money on Prime Days, not stock trading. Yo, same, bro. Facts. Take advantage of Prime Days, though, man. There are actually some really good deals a lot of the time. I hate when people, you know, hate on, like, Prime Day, because, like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Some of the items, though, you gotta pay attention, have been jacked up before the discount, so you gotta be careful. Which I feel like everybody does that to some extent, but some items are a lot worse than others on Amazon Prime Day. So just be careful. But yeah, ball out. Prime Day is the time to ball out on Amazon, honestly. That's a good one. I always lose money on Prime Days, but not stock trading. No, you're not listening. I always lose money. I'm glad you brought that up. I really can't believe that was about to happen again and I not notice. I always commend people who are pretty on top of it with the news, because some news I don't care about, but Prime Day is one of those ones that, like, I don't know, you gotta trade at least one Prime Day just to see. So Amazon's probably top of my list. I should have saved it, man. If I had paid attention, I wouldn't have had it on my 2 days today. Which means I'm probably gonna re-include it again. Oh wait, did I do coin today? I know we did do Amazon. Damn. Somebody in my chat, Dr. J, check this out, which I'm not a huge hourly guy, but if you go to the daily, of course we already saw the inside bar. My friend React. Wait, did he just lie to me? Am I being lied to right now? I'm on the hourly. I said, show me your hourly. I'm not seeing a 3 white soldiers. Or maybe I'm blind? Faith, stop. He said, just kidding, I'm drunk. Forgot market closes in an hour. Was saying a third one was gonna form. That got me. Dude, I am the chat at this point. A little me look cool. Yeah, I mean it's the end of the day. I think people are just bored. I don't blame people for not typing in stream. Heike, I'm bored. I'm the one streaming. So I'm not even complaining. I'd rather nobody be typing than somebody be in here and say I'm not saying shit. So, like I said, lesser of two evils. I need to do a stream. A stream of something else. Blasting techno, a full degen crypto type stream. Man, some of the best memes are from those days though. Yeah, this guy. This is who I thought of instantly. Hold up, let me pause the music.
Amount of coins that are locked, staked, whatever the fuck's going on, that would be the fully. But obviously the real one is not. So the market cap is $2.168 trillion. And now the market. Oh! Oh! It went to zero! Yo! And damn! There we go! Squid Games! Sayonara, motherfucker! Oh, good lord! Holy shit! You seen it live, baby! You seen it live! A goddamn.
This shit's at 3,000. It's below zero.
Cool, baby. Shit! A live rocking? Wow! Wow! Holy fucking moly, man!
Only in the crypto market where you see stupid stuff like this.
What the fuck happened here? What happened here, dude?
Yeah, that was like the one I thought of when you said dubstep music or whatever. Like that's the video I thought of was this guy because he had the craziest reaction. I don't even think he was in it. I think he was just making fun of it, but it was hilarious how he said it. This guy's got a rough face. Okay, I don't remember the other ones. Oh, Bizanachi. Did any of you ever watch Bizanachi back in the day? Everybody's always like thinking they made these videos. This is where the original videos came from. Bizanachi was the one with the biz. He sold?
He sold?
Wait, we need captions.
Yes. He sold? Bumpy.
He bought?
He bought?
Dumpy.
That noise. That shit is too funny. Alright, no more YouTube fun, just music again. Oh, you want to do more? Alright, fine. I was enjoying that too, honestly. This market's a little boring. I'm going to do this so we still see a chart in the background. There's one more I was trying to remember. I can't remember. There's one more that's really good. This one's really funny. There's another one, though. There's like a kid, and he's like with his friend, and he's flexing to his other friend. Hold up. I'm going to go through this real quick. It's not that guy. It's this one. It's this one. Oh my god, it's this one. It was Jack Wong. Bro, this one is hilarious.
And blowing up. Next up is YouTuber Jack Wong, who seems to take a very risky trade on a volatile penny stock.
As you can see, this stock, I've been looking at this for a long time. It tried to go above $1, but when it did, boom, skyrocket down. See right now it's about, and it even go above $2. That means this stock at the end of this week, or maybe today, it had chance to go to $5. So what I do is, I put about 20 grand of share, about $2 right here. This one I got in, I believe, yeah, $2.
Wait, you put 20,000 shares in?
20,000 share of $2, so that's about $40,000.
Bro, I hate when people do that, bro. He's like $20,000 at $2 a share. That's like $40,000. It's like, bro, we know, like that's basic math. You're just saying it super slow so you can express how much it is.
You put 20,000 shares in?
I hate videos like this.
So that's about $40,000.
40,000. Man, why would you put that much in there?
Man, that's all I got, man. I gotta say, because you know, my grandfather say you want to be rich, you want to get successful, you gotta take a risk sometime. And my grandfather never lose. So what I do is,
a lot of money, man.
so when it's about to hit $4 or $5, that's when I'm gonna.
He
make a big money,
he loves hearing that from his friend.
Hold on, what the heck? This cannot be happening to me.
Man, you need to be watching that in case something happens.
God, man, just hold on a second.
Alright, man. So, what's it say?
It cannot be happening.
What is it? Well, turn your other monitor.
Oh my god.
Oh! Man, you need to be. Oh,
Bro, if I'm holding the camera, I am not laughing. I'm quiet as a fucking mouse.
I did not do the stop loss. I was too excited to do the stop loss. What is happening to me, man? I lose half of my money. It was like $2 something not long ago. Now it's like 99. No, 106.
Oh, that happened so fast.
Right. Hold on. This is Julian. My dad makes sure. Oh my god.
Your dad? Why would your dad care?
But it's his money, man. I borrow his. He gave me the money that goes to freaking school.
What?
Coming in at number 3 is none other.
That one's also always the greatest. Like, bro, my dad gave me that to go to school. Like, bro, I've never traded a dime of someone else's fucking...
What's going on, guys? This is crazy day trader day.
Oh, this one's good, too.
I'm in here trying to make some money.
Is
My
the volume
wife
good,
said I
guys, or
can't
no?
Take the losses I had yesterday, which which I basically
Yeah,
lost.
this one is.
Well, I basically lost everything we had. We took out a loan today. We got $10,000, so I'm gonna try and turn that into a victory for us.
Turn it into a victory.
And I'm hoping I can do it. So today is going to be a good day, I hope. Looking at quad.
He's like, my fucking wife is gonna kill me.
Right now it's at 56 cents, and I'm going to buy it. All right, here in a minute.
Here, my bad. It probably is too quiet. Hold up. Alright, so the reason y'all's is so quiet is because I turned my volume mixer really low. But the reason is because for some reason OBS picks up this volume
Drop
like
right here. I'm going to buy
really
right
well.
Here. 1 second here. I got to grab my beautiful keyboard I'm going to use, and let's see what we can do here. All right, I'm going to buy 125 shares of your finest stock you got. Woo! Right, and we're gonna buy it and write it out. So I hope you guys are ready to watch me get rich, because I'm gonna do it. Alright guys, so far it's not looking so good. Things are down. I'm down about 6.67%. I'm hoping to get it cracking, get it whipping, get these horses in line and get them back to the stable. Oh shit. Now I'm down 9%.
Oh shit.
Things are okay. We got an extra $2,000. I'll put it in to kind of even everything out. My wife's gonna kill me if it keeps going down. But I'm alright. We'll be alright. We'll hang in there tough. We'll hang in there tough.
Sounds like me.
9.5% down now. I'm just going to leave the computer and hopefully I come back and we're going to check it out and everything going to be alright. Alright. Thank God she's off to the market. Alright, we're back. I haven't looked at the stock yet. It's been about 3 hours. My wife is still not home. I wonder if she's at the market or if she's off banging the mailman. Either way, I'm going to take a look at it now. I just gotta log into my account and see where I'm at. I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping for a turnaround.
God, you know it's bad
If
when
I
you
can't get a
leave
turnaround,
and then come back.
man, she should be banging the mail.
Yeah,
For
leave
all
the
I know,
computer and
she-
hope.
Let's check it out here. We gonna log in. Oh boy. Oh, she gonna leave me. Oh man. Oh man. Oh. That don't make a lick of sense. That don't make a lick of sense. Every article I read about it, every single one of them said it was gonna go up, and here it is. Look at it. It's down in the dumps. I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like this. They trading to get gambling, but I'm damn done, guys. We borrowed the money from a loan shark. He gonna chop my arms off, and he might chop my fingers off. He might feed them to me. I don't know what he might do. Alright guys,
That one is actually depressing. Am I getting Amazon calls or what? What time is it? I got 20 minutes. I want to be that guy. Alright, hold up. I want to enter an Amazon call for Prime Day, and then I want to watch another depressing stock loss video. Amazon. Or wait, hold up. Let me check my other setups too. Let's not be a greedy bastard. Ulta looks good too though. Ulta to the downside doesn't look too bad. EMPH probably needs a little bit more time. Coin also probably needs a little bit more time, but also looks like it's going to get some more downside, but in a spot where it could get bought up as a higher low, so probably leaving that one. So really the only two I like are AMR, Amazon, and what was the other one? Oh, Ulta. So those are only three I really like for today. Amazon, zoom in. It's the 11th this week, 18th next week. That guy's video is like, oh no, she gonna leave me. That's too damn funny. She gonna leave me. That got me so good. Alright. No, you know what? I'm not gonna grab Amazon. Just day trade that tomorrow. Kinda want a short Ulta. She should be banging the mail banging. Yeah. He said, I got this money from a loan shark. Probably gonna cut me up into pieces and make me eat the pieces or whatever. Like, what the hell? Relax, bud. What time is the news tomorrow? You know what? What am I asking? I can just go to financialjuice.com/home. VOMC is end of day. Crude oil is beginning of the day. Fed speakers all in between. The following day we have jobless claims and CPI. The following day we have PPI. MISS. ISS. Let's move that here. Alright, I got into one same week 360 put on Ulta. Time for more content. Oh, this one's good. Okay, so bro's got 358 contracts. He is shorting the shit out of Apple. 102. Oh, he's got all kinds of stuff here. Up 7K. I'm assuming the market's not open because his total's not moving. Oh, yeah. Pre-market. What the fuck was that noise? Look, 9:30 or 9:29, it'll go to 9:30 and then he makes that noise. And he's still holding. Like, bro, at least collect your 10K. Oh my god, bro. His soul leaves his body. Yeah, that's literally... That was someone dying inside. That was a visual of someone dying inside.
Hello and welcome to my top 5 is YouTuber Mayor Barack, who is long in Tesla. He takes advantage of the dip on the gap up to take a long...
Which, like, looking back at this, knowing what we know now, if you draw a fib from here to here, unless you're buying right here, you're stupid. Like, this is the only spot you can buy for this to go back up after it's fallen under the open. And in any terms, you shouldn't even be doing that anyway because you're that far under the open.
long position.
9, and it's up now, but it's extremely dangerous because it's the first few minutes of the trading session and I don't know which direction
And it's stuck under the open.
Tesla's gonna pick.
Notice
but
how
as
he
you can
doesn't
see,
mention that.
I'm already up 10 grand and it's looking good.
I'm telling you, people do not trade off of the open. They only look at how much did it go up, how much did it go down. They don't actually care about anything in between. They don't care about the open. Like, it's crazy.
After checking in on a different trade, he comes back to his Tesla trade to see that his long position has turned sour.
It just failed to move higher and it's getting back to the lows where I should have my stop. I'm getting ready to stop it. I'm already down $14,000. That's very bad. That's very bad. I need to see it stopping just a bit, relaxing a bit. Oh, what a spike down. I do not move out on spikes. Look at that. That's terrible. $27,000 down. You know, the case with Tesla is that it's strong today. I'm looking at the daily. Tesla should move up today, but I'm down 33,000. This is terrible.
That
It's
is
spiked down. I
insane.
do not move out on spikes. It is moving down. Just close the gap. I expect it to stop somewhere around here because when the stock is moving down, closing the gap, at many times it would find its support right over there at the point where it closes the gap, and this should be it right here. And again,
Rising
the market
volume.
started
Rising
down
volume.
a bit, but I'm looking at the daily of the market. I expect the market to move higher. I expect Tesla
Why even have
to
it
move
on
higher
if you're not going
today.
to look at
I
it?
hope I'm not mistaken here. It just spiked down. I do not move out on spikes, although I'm starting to feel sorry about this one. Down $35,000. Oh my god, this is terrible.
Next up is YouTuber Max Santia, who placed multiple out-of-the-money call options on Tesla, going bullish once again.
Bro, and this shit right here. Bro's got a monitor here, laptop. This looks like a learning laptop from school. This doesn't even look like he owns this. Phone, another monitor behind him, whiteboard, 10x signals, Wall Street money. I'm sorry, bro. I don't know how people fall
on
for this shit.
Tesla.
Market open, and we're up. What the? Why did it say I'm down 5 grand?
Hold up, let me do the math on options because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. What is this stupid music? Me waiting for my broker to update from this glitch. Me doing research. This music is so stupid.
Coming in at number 3 is the well-known Patrick Wyland with a triple hit of an opportunity loss followed by 2 painful-to-see losses.
I'd like to see BL and K kind of work itself back up here a little bit.
Oh, go to polls
Sitting at
channel,
Bueller at
guys. I'm gonna post
520.
polls.
Having some trouble
how
there
was
at
your day channel,
524.
sorry.
Wow, there's the drop. Oh, so not getting filled there at 520. Oh, that stinks. Oh man, come on now. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Try to get filled there at 520. All right, so let's see Now this $5 area turns into resistance here. So it looks like looking nice for some little pop back up here. Wow. Oh, gotta be kidding me now. 480s now. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my baby Jesus. That 520 entry would have been so beautiful. So beautiful. See if we can get filled here. 6010, not getting filled. Trying to get filled there twice at 610 area. It's not getting filled. Ugh. Come on now.
Probably because the price been under
We'll try
610
500
for.
here at 599.
I don't know why I can't get filled at a price if it's not at. Fuck.
BLNK.
I hate when he does that.
We'll look for this pull back down to the 560s. We got 565 so far. Looking for a little bit deeper here. 560. Give me 560, baby. Come on. I want to see BL and K get down there to the 560s. Come on, baby. Get down there.
This guy's mic is really good though.
Right here. Come on. 560s. Come on, baby. Drop on me. Get on down there. Get on down there.
That's a very expensive mic actually.
He's gonna explode there. I'm gonna jump out.
But he's got a really shitty chair. That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, now it drops. Wow. Are you kidding me? Oh. Thought this is gonna break back above $6 right there and just fail. Down there to 565. It was really holding this trend there, holding the EMA. I thought, oh, it's gonna explode again. Oh, you know, seeing this move earlier. Look at that fake out. Total fake out. Wow. Oh.
Dude, if he would have drew a fib from the other high up to this, he would see that this is actually under the GP.
All right, got the full fill there.
And now he's going for a straight up
Wow,
retest.
there's a drop.
Okay.
On the 530s. He just pulls back up there.
Lowering volume too.
I want to get out for that loss. I was hoping that 550 area would hold as support. And look at it now. Getting crushed. That was a bad idea. Real bad idea. Terrible idea.
This one isn't even that bad.
Pop back up here, but it just
Dr. Tom is a
different guy.
professional trader who streams on YouTube and has a ton of free resources, and I actually highly recommend this.
Okay,
If
well,
the
I'm not
Nasdaq-
watching this one. Any like depressing ones?
And finally, coming in at number 1, no top trading losses would be complete without this classic, iconic clip from Chansey 1979.
That's a good username.
Okay, I just launched some AMRN right here, off of this support right here. Bounced up a little bit.
Oh, this is
past
horrible audio.
50 period moving average. Good thing this chance, good chance this thing could go green. So you know maybe make a nice little chunk along with 1,000 shares. Let's see what happens with this thing. Okay, come on, just keep on moving. Come on, man. Well, it's got some support right here, so, you know, maybe I'll hang on to this 16 area, bounce back up. Come on. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, dude. What the fuck? I just lost $1,500. What the fuck? Oh, shit. Oh, no.
And those are my top 5 YouTuber live.
That one didn't even seem real. I think it's just like a fake reaction. I mean, it probably is real, but just that's crazy.
There's so many.
Damn, he put my boy in B tier. Let's go.
Should I watch this Wall Street Bets one?
This video was made in partnership with the Daily. Wanted out of the top, you guys on what they happened to me. and they can live wreckage perspective than by exact violent or so ties to massive financial losses. After all, it's just numbers on a screen that don't actually translate to anything in real life, right? But if you're new to this whole investing stock market kind of thing, this is probably going to be somewhat jarring. The losses we're about to look at are
Wait, what the hell? Did Ulta just start falling off of a cliff? It did. Jesus. Alright, well, good for us. We're already up 20%. Alright, shit. We're not like these guys at all.
The most violent way any average person could ever lose money. It would actually be harder to go to the bank, get hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash, drench it in gasoline, and light it on fire. Like, that would take longer. So prepare yourself physically and mentally, because we're about to visit the graveyard of Wall Street bets. The graveyard of the internet. But before that, we have to learn about the architecture of financial losses. Not all are created equal. I'm guessing a lot of you newcomers are probably going to be asking, how? How could you lose so much fucking money? Also, you're probably going to notice throughout this video that there are some patterns that are remarkably consistent throughout the entire video. Let's break this down. Nature has the golden ratio, the Fibonacci sequence, a sequence of numbers that strangely seems to show itself everywhere in the universe. Flower petals, shells, hurricanes, even galaxies seem to follow the same pattern. In financial losses, we see a few different patterns. Let's start out here. This is just a classic Wall Street bets loss chart and a pattern we'll most likely see often throughout the rest of this video. It's actually funny how perfectly this represents investor psychology. I feel like I can tell you the exact thought process at all of these points. So what happened here? Let's use technical analysis artwork technology to try to uncover the truth. We can break this down into a few psychological phases. Let's start here at the beginning, when you first started investing. Maybe you read The Intelligent Investor,
I don't need to
maybe
hear
you
all that.
figured you should start.
Some
Some of you might not know this, but a lot of the headlines you see in whatever finance app you use are generated by. Is one look at these headlines to realize we're not going to be seeing Terminator anytime soon. Most media outlets don't give an accurate representation of what's really going on in the market and are sometimes blatantly wrong. And most of the content that is written by real humans is littered with bias or was written by career journalists with limited experience. Instead, the Daily Upside is written by industry professionals that actually give you relevant and accurate information. It's crisp, concise, and perfectly witty. They also don't take themselves too seriously, so you don't need to worry about starting off your day with headache-inducing financial jargon. Just quality, straight-to-the-point information. It's complete losses. Let's begin here. We've got another classic $45,000 loss. It's okay. You know, 45 grand is like that awkward amount where it's not really enough to justify buying anything cool or balling out, so it's almost more convenient to just not have it. That was obviously the thought process here as well. I don't really know what to use it for, so I'm just gonna lose all of it. As you can see, we've got the increase in volatility from options trading here, followed by the implosion. Classic. The silver lining with this is that if you felt comfortable gambling with short-term options, I'm guessing your lifestyle isn't taking a massive hit from this. Let's all hope. In any case, I commend thee. Okay, so there's a lot to break down here. We can see already $50,000 has evaporated. This was another GameStop implosion. The guy bought $90,000 of out-of-the-money calls expiring in 2 days. For those of you who may not fully understand what that means, I joke a lot about donating money to Wall Street on this channel. That's usually a joke. But this is actually like taking $90,000 out of your bank account, calling Goldman Sachs on the phone and saying, hey, I want to wire you $90,000. And the funny thing is that would actually take longer. This is a perfect example of why it's incredibly important to recognize that buying a call isn't the exact same as going long on the stock, and you need to understand implied volatility before you mess around with options. This was posted on March 11th, right at the peak of the second GameStop rally. The problem is that a giant rally like this increases the implied volatility of GameStop options so much that the options market is literally pricing in 100% moves in GameStop's share price. This is a good lesson. It shows us that before putting $90,000 into something, reading even one Investopedia article might save you a lot of money. Alright, an 18-year-old making 100 grand with AMC calls, then losing it all. Pretty classic story of Wall Street bets
Wait,
degeneracy. What?
18 years old? Are you... Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. This might actually be the dumbest one I've seen. He was up and then he rolled them. Oh
Is
no.
$100,000 really? That's like free college too.
Wait, look at this time of this screenshot. Bro's at 6 a.m. reflecting his mistakes. Let's just...
It's degeneracy. What is $100,000 really? That's like free college tuition. The exit strategy. The thing all of us know we should have but never actually end up using. With this, we really once again have to beg the question, what would have been an acceptable return? If 10xing your money in a matter of weeks wasn't, is there any return that would have ever made you sell? Just something to keep in mind. This is so funny. Apparently at Fidelity, if you lose thousands of dollars, they send you a nice letter checking in to see if what you're doing is, you know, consistent with your investment.
Wait,
Send you a nice
read
letter
that.
checking.
The overall equity value of your account decreased by $438,927. 63 trades. It wasn't even 100 trades.
In to see if what you're doing is, you know, consistent with your investment objectives. And to see if you're still alive. At Fidelity, we believe it's important for investors to periodically review their investment strategies and increased by activity at $1 million. Yeah, I can't say that was consistent with my investment objectives. Thanks for looking out for me, though. See, there you go. Always a silver lining.
He is homeless.
So... With this one, I'm just curious. What were you buying this year?
What?
$400,000 to exactly zero. Impressive. This was posted in November of 2020, which means the S&P returned over 50% in the 6 months prior to this. Like, looking at this, it's actually remarkable how consistently you were able to lose money in a time when the S&P returned so much. Won't go back to Robinhood. I think this guy brings up a good point. I'm just gonna take a wild guess here and say there is probably something fundamentally wrong with your
Just
trading
delete the app
strategy.
to reset the
I
video
guess the
game.
lesson here is to never bet against the Fed. Painful $500,000 loss. You know, Warren Buffett said something about how consolidation builds wealth and diversification.
Honestly, you know what's up with this one, though? He said it was during when the stock market was, like, going up the most. I think the reason that he was losing so much is because, if you all remember, during COVID and during all these different crashes that we've all experienced now, and just market downfall, just period, the news and the media are really good at keeping us thinking that things are still in a shithole. But we gotta always remember, and we all fall victim to it. I have too. All of us have. It's something we just gotta work on. But you gotta remember, the market is a forward-thinking tool. You know, it's not trading. What's today's date? October 8th, 2024. This market is trading January, February, March of next year. Maybe even further than that, for all I know. It could be 6 months. You know, so it's something you really got to take into account when you see these news and these articles. And yes, COVID was bad, but the market had already priced in that drop. You know, once that came out and everything dropped, and even the Ukraine-Russia thing and all that stuff, like, you just got to remember, everything is forward thinking when it's with the market. So whenever you feel like everything's shitty, just remember that eventually this is going to end up bouncing. And so this is probably the opposite of what this guy was doing. He was probably just stuck in those news articles and in the vibe and in the mindset of this should all keep falling. So he probably kept buying puts on everything, and the market was having its craziest return ever.
I guess the lesson here is to never bet against the Fed. Painful $500,000 loss. You know, Warren Buffett said something about how consolidation builds wealth and diversification protects it. I don't know if this is what he was talking about. American Airlines, not a bad play for the pandemic recovery. Probably a situation where you want to buy shares, though. Seeing this is just painful. How much money do you need? Going into this with out of the money options just seems
Bro,
like a
there are
recipe for
so
disaster.
many, bro. He's got 150, 269, 238, 25, 270, 53, 220. I mean, he's just clicking.
And, of course, the clowning ensues in the comments below. Love to see it. So, what was the thought process here? I'm
GameStop YOLO FOMO my second mortgage, 35,000 to 5 mil to 300K. I will not sell. What?
Genuinely interested to know. Obviously, you guys can see the situation and
Hey, that was smart, Ryan. Buying shares of AL. I know when me and Dylan were buying things, it was airlines and cruise lines, and that was it. Just shares, no options. Yeah, this is really depressing.
Their GameStop millionaire turned $35,000 into $5 million. This is a perfect example of if it's good enough to screenshot, it's good enough to sell. I think this comment just sums it up pretty well. Turned $35,000 into $5 million. This is a perfect example of if it's good enough to screenshot, it's good enough to sell. I think this comment just sums it up pretty well. If you turn $35,000 into $5 million and don't sell, there is no amount of money you could have made that would ever make you sell. $5 million invested into an index fund returns an average of over $300,000 per year on autopilot. I mean, fuck, throw that money into AAA corporate bonds with a 2% yield and collect $100,000 per year for the rest of your life. Do anything. Anything except what you did. Is there anything we can take away from this? Well, from everything I've seen, it seems like no matter how much money you have, it will never be enough. Especially when it's just numbers on a screen. What's one common trait between all of these losses? Greed. Icarus flying too close to the sun or whatever. If it's good enough to screenshot, it's good enough to sell. An ancient piece of Wall Street Bets wisdom that we all need to remember.
I now have a stable job and enough savings to build an emergency fund. It's time to start investing. I know that I won't be able to beat the market in the long term. There has been extensive research showing that an average investor underperforms a simple index fund. I have no reason to believe I am an exception. Therefore, I will put my money into low-fee index funds. Over a long period of time, I should be able to achieve an annualized return of 7%. Taking advantage of compound interest, I should be able to retire at the age of 67, provided I don't live longer than 82.
I'm in 50K student loan debt and maxed out my credit cards. However, I've got 10K liquidity thanks to cash borrowed from my grandpa. I'm confident I can quickly grow it through trading. I just need to find the right picks. I feel like GameStop is about to take off again. Let me find some cheap call options so I maximize the potential return. Yeah, that should do.
Bro, went to the furthest out of the money. Yeah, that should do. Oh, that's good. Alright guys, well, thank you for the stream today. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Yeah, thank you guys again. Almost 40 likes on today's stream. Almost 200 clicks on today's stream. Pretty awesome. You guys are pretty cool. I will see you same time again tomorrow. I'll probably just do a quick video and upload the 2-a-day review today because I don't feel like typing. So I'll have that post. I'm going to go do that right now. I'll just go record it, upload it. I'll have it linked in the chat and on YouTube. So yeah, look out for that. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day today. And look out for the new 2-a-day tonight or in the morning, whenever. Or watch list or whatever I end up posting. But see you guys later. Thank you guys again.